Go live. We are live. Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Yesterday I did a video on my other channel, live stream actually. I actually went live on my other channel and I said the same thing. The past week, we've been experiencing negative double digits here in Calgary, and your girl has been under the weather, but I'm doing a lot better now. So, yes, let us get right into it. I'm seeing that my network is looking down, which is weird. But, guys, let me know if you're here, if you can hear me. Step into the room, click the like button so we can get right into it. Today, we are going to be talking about the future of immigrants in 2025. A lot of people still have the question, should I do UK, should I do Canada, should I do UK, should I do Canada? So the back and forth has always been there. And most recently, the conservative leader for the UK, Kemi, she announced that she has a plan for people to spend at least 15 years before getting citizenship. Oh, Irinose is here. Welcome. Thank you so much for joining. If you're here, you can hop right in, tell us where you're watching from, rep your flag, and let's welcome you. Because today we are going to be talking about, of course, immigration, immigrants, but whether you're from or moving to the US, UK, Canada, Australia, any country. Some of them are even going back home. Like a YouTuber here, Faye Mark, I've been following her journey. She's going back to Nigeria. She's been here for 10 years in Canada. She has a citizenship. She had 2 babies and she's moving back to Nigeria. For me, you people know how I think, like, I just want to be inside her luggage, because it gets to that point and you start feeling that type of, how would I put it? I don't think it's nostalgic feeling. I just feel like it's a sense of, I want this thing, I want this thing. And when you get there, it's maybe not all you want, or maybe you don't get all the fulfillment you think you would have gotten from wanting that. So for some of us, we have to wait to get citizenship, okay? Oh, we're seeing flags. Woohoo! Rep your flags. Welcome in the Mimi's Hub. I'm telling you, she said 15 years. It is crazy. Like 1-5. Listen, I just want to tell you guys, if Canada should try it, the 9th they're announcing it, I'm in my house in Nigeria. The 9th, I didn't say the next day. That 9th, I'm in the airport. Because I feel like the reason a lot of us explored Canada as against US was because there was a straightforward path. After this step, you get to this step, you get to citizenship. 15 years, I do not have 15 years to spend in any country. It's not like I'm not saying that I cannot live there forever. It's just that for you to even tell me 15 years, you're trapping me mentally. And you people know how I feel about feeling trapped. That's one of the reasons why I like the spontaneity with having to go back to Nigeria anytime. Like, I just want to be good. Don't go and tell me that I have to sit with you for 15 years. No. I just like freedom. Even if I want to sit with you, don't force it. The moment you mention it, I will want to go. And it's a lot. I'm going to be honest. Like, I want people to say, like, if you're in US or you're in Canada or you're in the UK and you're like, before you landed there, you heard that it will take 15 years, will you still go ahead with it? I feel like those that have not traveled or jackpot in quote unquote, they need to hear, do you think it will still be a viable option if Canada comes in? Because that's one thing, most of these ideas, they start as play. And because we are an intelligent bunch, we do not even take it for granted when they start out like this. She's sowing a seed. Even if other countries do not go for 15 years, they might start stretching Canada to 5 years, because that talk, I have heard it before. They might start stretching, right now, from PR to citizenship is 3 years. I think it used to be 5. Now it's 3. They were pushing underground. I've heard the talks to take it back to 5 or extend to 8. You get that kind of thing, just as a way of, curbing the immigration thing. And I'm telling you that even 5, I don't know if I have it in me to stay 5 before passport. Honest to God. So that tomorrow night, it's not like people are not there. You people not really tell us the thing. I don't know. Guys, let me know your thoughts. Please make sure to like this video, okay? Like. Let me read some comments. It says it's funny that in 15 years, they can change the rules. Thank you. You see, this is the point that, like, we can be in the 15 years journey, and I am 14 and a half in, and they changed the rules. And then somebody that just entered and me, we might get passport the same day. And that 15 years that you locked me in the UK or in your country, I have missed child dedications. I have missed birthdays. I have missed weddings. I have missed a lot of things because of, okay, there's the end goal. And then they switch the rules. It's not your country. Tomorrow you shout, they say it's entitlement, right? Nobody's promising you anything. There's no government that stays up to 15 years in the UK. So what she's even proposing is not viable for one government. Like, how many terms can a prime minister stay to the point where we can say, okay, we will have only you, Kemi, for the next 15 years as prime minister to see this your policy through? We cannot. Tomorrow is Labour, next tomorrow is Conservative, before you know it's Liberal, before you know, like the British system, their politics is so messed up that if they even start it halfway, it will cause a lot of chaos. And for me, I don't want Canada to start learning bad things, because you know bad things are the ones that they learn fast. Bad things. Someone say, yeah, I'm saying, oh my God, Russian flag, yup, yup. Yeah. Welcome. As in, it's crazy. I feel immigration is really changing in all countries. I'm telling you, everything is changing. I get calls almost every other day. I get my emails and I tell them that when I even started taking calls and taking emails, the things have so changed. There are people I spoke to, well, let's say some months back, that if they call me today, I will be like, you mean the time I told you to do that thing, you didn't do it? Right now, that thing does not work again. And it's almost like madness. It's almost like you said what? But that's just the truth. Things are changing so much so that February is already here. We would have thought that they would do a draw for healthcare in January, but they didn't. A lot of people are already on expired permits. Their implied status is already off. We really do not know what is going on. The only thing I would say, I haven't done a dedicated video on it, is I do not see Canada as being ready to punish people that follow the law per se. However, there are many people now that are reporting a lot of denials after ITA. That is, you qualify and you get your ITA, that's invitation to apply for PRO, and they go and dig up one lie that you like. I will do a video because it's not one incident, it's not two, it's not five. At this point, it's becoming a pattern. And I feel like a lot of people do not. I know that when you get your ITA, you're trying to be, how would I put it? You're trying to be careful. You're trying to, contain your news, your good news. But you have hidden information to the point that only you by yourself in your room, you sat down and you compiled nonsense documents. And now they have given you 5 years ban. You are looking for lawyer. Would it not have been better to start with a lawyer and package your things, or start with a consultant, or start with somebody that can? How much is it? Many people have made mistakes that are too costly for any lawyer to defend. And now that the policies are getting harsher and harsher, the only thing I would say for us being here that we are quote unquote enjoying is the fact that we have noticed a sharp decline in rent prices. That's the only thing. There are more houses on the market because students are not coming. Even if you keep it at 1.5, nobody's coming. So when you have listing and you have different people debating to come and take your house, it's not like before. Right now, you go after the tenant, anyone you see better be happy. You see many landlords are like, give me 1 year lease, because they want a source of security. People are slashing rent costs left, right, and center. It's not going to change everything, but that's one thing we have seen in terms of the other immigration sites. But we have not seen the effects in terms of maybe it's changing price of anything. No, doesn't change price of anything. Guys, let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Yes, to say, God bless you. How do you give 15 years and they're expecting you to give your best? It's crazy. They can just wake up. You see the thing, when I was talking to one of my colleagues, and I made it very clear, I'm not somebody that I feel like that is also a weakness. I'm not somebody that I hide intentions. I've always said it on this channel. Secondary, I didn't say everybody's children. It's not nothing concerning me. The one I born and carrying it back. Thank you. You see that, like, I'm just saying for me, what my eye have seen, what my eye have seen, And that is because you sit down and you begin to calculate. I am super grateful. Like, in terms of earning power, my earning power is up. But I put it to you that if there's anything, see this my sweater, and Nigeria I buy them now. If there's anything that I wear, I put on my body that is standing out, I put it in Nigeria. Here, all of us resemble. If it's fashion, all of us resemble. It's either you are doing H&M coats, Zara shirts, or Dynamite trouser. Everybody is a show. Soon, if not choir, then go line all of us we to match. We look alike. We look like twins. Everybody, you go aside, we're all looking alike. And then coming from a place where people like to do staple, small pieces. And I found that back in Nigeria, my spending power was up. Earning power was not the same level because here you earn more. But in Nigeria, my power to spend, that is why for some reason, I don't even just understand. That is why, see, don't compare yourself with people in Nigeria. They have money more than you. You think you have conversion money more than them. The spending power I had, just recently I did 2 years. I think I'll probably do a dedicated video like as to the lessons and things I've seen in the 2 years. Jackpot has also cost me a lot. Those of you that are YouTubers or people that are active in the YouTube space, you know that one of my friends lost her son. When I got the news, I was here. I cannot be there for her. In fact, when I got the call, when we're all on the call, one person was in another state. This other person was in another state. This one was in another country. Me, I'm in another country. It was almost chaotic. I was crying and I held my mouth because Micah is sleeping. This was like almost 4 a.m. because of, time difference. And we're all just crying because it was so touching. And I'm the kind of person that I like to be there. I was also here when I heard news that I lost my aunt, Royal Touch event. I was in Toronto back then. It was in February. I will be walking on the road. I will be crying. Soon, it will be her first year memorial. I will be walking in winter. My tears will dry to my face because confusion, and you're in a country different. Like, what am I doing here? You cannot be back home, So Jackpot has cost. We've benefited and we've lost a lot of things, They did her burial, I was here. It's like everything is just waiting that they do here, that kind of thing. So yes, we get the up parts, and which is where people see fine picture. The cloud is clear, you're snapping in snow and all of that, fine and good. But I feel like the lifestyle is relative. It's relative. You're not necessarily doing better than somebody in a. I did my other channel when we were talking about we're doing a live stream there as well. I told them, I say, see, somebody in Yanopaja in a one room would think that, he will say, if I leave this country, I will never come back. That in Yanopaja, your only problem is that light is not there to charge your phone. And the people are shouting too much, generator sound. That's your no problem. You have never been depressed as bad as those places are in that Yanopaja. I put it to you, you will come to this place, you will be in a high-rise condo. Depression will meet you there. It's weird. Like, these are mysteries of the world. And I kept saying, like, if you're coming to the West, minus policies, oh your God, altars they here. You can imagine coming in, a lot of people sold houses, sold their lands, sold a lot of things. I'm not in support of selling anything, or only sell things that are, liabilities, like a car. You can sell a car to come. But selling a full structure to come abroad so that you borrow money to loan a smaller structure. I don't know. Some people, the gamble works. But for others, I believe that people that abroad pays more are not the rich. Quote unquote. Like, when I say rich, like middle class doing well, upper middle class in Nigeria, when you come abroad, you think you're making progress. You're not really making progress. You are okay. But the person that did not really have money and came here and grew like this, in terms of scale, they are doing better than you because you were in Banana Island. So therefore, when you came abroad, you stayed in a top place, meaning you kept pumping out money and you were not getting much back until you got to a fantastic job, but your expense per month is taking it. So immigration is not something that you come and you just scatter and enter. There's already the sacrifice you're making, and then understand that these people will keep changing these laws. They will keep, you have to count the cost. Go to the place that you can get your stay fast. Like, I know the place I'm going to. As soon as I get this thing, that is all. There are people that target UK as a way of coming to Canada. People target Canada as a way of going to UK. There's Jackpot inside Jackpot. Guys, let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Let's read some comments. He said, yes, it can change. He said, Canada needs to stop people from having duplicate profile in Express Entry. That's another problem because it's denying some others a chance to get ITA that they deserve based on allocation. Yes and no. I think that definitely is a loophole that people are still using, but that's the will I say the beauty of Canada in a sense, because until they fix it, it's not going to necessarily help anybody, quote unquote, because you cannot get to what's that thing called? Invitation to apply and use the two. So sometimes people open duplicate profiles as a way of saying, okay, I have experience in health and I also have a business in trade. I don't know the one that is coming out first. So realistically, they're just putting their eggs like this. If health come out, they delete trade. If trade come out, they delete health. Never have they done draws that the two came out maybe the same day, maybe rarely. I don't think I've ever remembered in most recent memory where they do health and trade the same day. Even at that, people are going to have to drop one. Do you understand? That way, the allocation will still be there. So it doesn't reduce allocation per se. The allocation talk that I now found out is that it's not about invitations alone. If now for trade, you people, they say trade has only 5,000. And inside trade, they have 1,000 people that are married with 10 children. That is a problem because they will hit their target faster with a small number, because the amount of people that are getting PRO is not just the primary applicants, it's them and their entire family. So if you have a man that qualifies, but he has a wife and 10 children, that is a family of 12. So by allocation alone, that man has collected 12 slots by qualifying. Do you understand? So yes and no, because it works. I can't really say, okay, everybody should just gamble, throw dice, choose the knock code you want to do. You know, the reason why it's no longer working that way, it was supposed to work that way, was because they stopped general draw. With general draw, you don't need to have duplicate profile. You just have that one. So if they draw, my draw is 400, whether you are a teacher, you're a plumber, you're anything, 400 is 400. So they pick everybody. But when they stopped general draws and started doing specific draws, people needed to have like options, because time is of the essence. The more you waste time, before you know your permit is gone, especially those that are already in the country with their battalions. It's a lot, okay? Let me know your thoughts. Hi, Monique. Thank you so much. I love this lady, I beg. Oh, thank you. My friend has been looking for a roommate in downtown Vancouver for more than a few months already. Rental market's obviously cooling. Yes, because in the past, take him less than a week. I'm telling you, the kind of figures we are seeing, it's cooling. It's cooling. It's good for those that are already here because cost of living is high. So the only thing that can balance out the high cost of living is a bit moderate rent. That way, you know that, okay, even though I'm spending close to half of my salary just to live, at least I have the remaining to do the. But there was a time in the market where people were spending close to 60 to 70% of their salary just on shelter. And that's really bad. You understand? That's really bad. So I always say I'm a firm advocate in getting a place that's a bit cheaper. You know, make sure that your rent or your mortgage or whatever, your rent is your largest expense. Reduce it to a manageable position, because if you know that you need roommates, like this person said, say their friend is looking for a roommate in downtown. If you know you need roommates to survive condo, no rent condo, just leave her. Sometimes it's better because people still like the views and the amenities and the rest of them. Fine and good. But at the end of the day, unless you're working from home, there really is no need. Because if your entire day is spent outside the condo that you're paying so much for, there's no value there. But if you're spending most of your days inside, maybe you're a content creator, social media person, entrepreneur, you work for yourself, you're using the building utilities and the rest of fantastic. But if you're not, get a smaller apartment. Even inside the apartment, still get roommates, because let your rent be something that you don't need to think about. It's just leaving your account and you're still able to be sane. But make sure it's a good place, it's warm, close to bus stop, or maybe you have good parking or whatever if you drive. The reason I also say close to bus stop is because you might have friends that want to visit as well that maybe don't drive. So having a place that is close to the bus stop also helps, because when they come in, they can just, come and see you. Those are options and things you can look at. So yeah. So somebody say, imagine an immigrant breaking the news to immigrants, like say in her country, she don't get accents. Oh my God. Sad. It's well. That's why Canada and the West favors hustlers that are just starting out, never the rich ones. Exactly, the rich ones will struggle. I'm telling, like, it is a mass that people cannot phantom. You think you're coming with money, but it is not, how would I put it? It's nothing to be proud of that you land in Canada and you buy 2 cars, you buy house, you buy. Anytime I say that, I'm afraid. I'm like, no country is eating my money without, I've not gotten 50 kobo back. I just pack $100,000. Babe, yeah. No verse. I did not do it. I will come and start like this. They grow small. That's the only way. Have more in savings, because you want to observe your surroundings. Rent, there's nothing wrong with renting. Rent. Sometimes you must not rent a bigger, rent waiting and they call that a townhouse. Rent, sit down there. I cannot stay for 1 year. This person in my church have a front garage. This other, rent, sit down there. Husband and wife, you are renting full 4-bedroom house. Because what? You sleep here, you run down, you sleep here, you run down. How? Just the 2 of you, no children. People are funny. That is not wise. Now the 2 of you now are taking two jobs. That big house is empty. You see that big house is empty. You are working the mortgage and you're not enjoying it, because why? What is wrong? I say, please, I cannot. Even if it's workout basement where son used to come, take it. Why? You need more in savings. Like, you need more money untouched. Pack it and be putting inside the investment. I don't know how to do all those things yet. I'm still having to, like I used to tell some of my friends that no matter how you think we're age mates, some of us get responsibility when give us extra age. Do you understand? You are not on the same responsibility path with somebody your age, your classmates. The person can be a last born in a family where everybody they dash and money, versus you that needs to train 7 people before you start thinking of your future. The 2 of you are not age mates. The 2 of you are born the same day, but you are not age mates. In terms of responsibility, you are in a different path. So you cannot compare yourself. Oh, my age mate is buying 4 cars. Shh. You have 3 younger ones that are still in Nigeria that you still pay school fees for. You cannot afford 4 cars. You are even working in the same hospital, getting the same salary. You still cannot afford it because of responsibilities. Reduce your eye. Chinedu has said it. It's only people that are starting out. So if me, I want to advise, some people come in and say, okay, if you hear the person talking, you know that this guy is made, his family, they're soft. We're coming in from Banana Island, or we're coming in from XYZ, or Sapa, London, or Pinnock, and this is what I want for my family. Fine and good. Most times I tell them US. Most times, I'm not going to even lie, so that it's not like I'm not patriotic. I will not lie. Because there are lots of options. Your children can play football, American football. Basketball is better there. It's not like it's not here. It's just that, no lie. is better. Like US has so solidified their stance in terms of all those other things. The good thing that the African Americans have done is that if you carry your child now to US, and of course they pick with an accent and everything, it's easy for people to accept that your child is American. It's easy. If I go and I say I'm an American, they will just assume, is that I'm Black American or this one. Canada still never reached there because they will still want to know where you are originally from. Do you get that kind of thing? So sometimes I tell them, okay, you can explore Canada, US, but please, not everybody you see is on the same immigration path with you. Some of these people, if you know work, they still have house in Pinnock. They still have house in Banana Island. No comparison. Let me know your thoughts. I'm going to be putting the phone lines. I say all these Canada everyday AK market day laws isn't surprising me. Truth is they are confused and failed in their duties in curtailing the numbers. That's one thing. I think the first one was the fact that, okay, guys, please like the live stream. When we get to 100 people, I'll put the link. Anybody that has thoughts can call in. They did not only fail in numbers generally. If the same number they admitted was spread across the world, I put it to you that it will not be a problem because we will have kind of like a cocktail of people such that no group will be targeted. No group will have the upper hand. Do you understand? They will have upper hand to the point where even the whites, there's a guy on TikTok that said he had to change his name. This guy is Caucasian white, born in Canada to Canadian parents. He changed his name to something Patel, an Indian name, and he got a call. Jobs that have been denying him, the moment he changed to an Indian name, he got a call. When we came to this country, we heard that, oh, drop your native name because of this one. That some people, me, I'm like, it's only one name I have. Drop it where? I don't, where I go drop them. So some people were feeling, okay, it's the white name that will give you the job. It's not again. No. They are now the employers of labor to the point where even the whites are feeling, how would I put it, overwhelmed, so to speak. That is where the targeted hatred for immigrants started from. And that is what exposed the failure of the immigration laws. Their immigration plan was the best. I don't see any country in the world that had a more fantastic immigration policy. If they had closed all the loopholes and they had done it gradually, it's the best. Canada was able to attract, best of talents, best of everything. Even US did not, like, US had gotten all their talents already. So, but Canada was attracting cutting edge people and all of that. They had a good plan, but it just blew out of proportion. And at this point, I feel like you see my thumbnail, Pierre Poilievre is there, Kemi is there, and the new guy from, what's his name, Mike Carney from Liberal Party. That's the new person that they're pushing to succeed Justin Trudeau for his party. I don't even like that one. That is where there is problem now, because this election go there for me. He's still maintaining carbon tax, but he's giving it a new name, a more British name, a good name. The policies are not making sense. Poilievre, on the other hand, why I say that immigrants are a bit safe is that he's not sounding as sure of his immigration policies. He's just riding on the wave of the fact that people want immigration curtailed. But are you going to deport them? He cannot answer that question. Exactly. So I would say that plus or minus, people are a bit, safe, quote unquote, because it will take longer for them to be tracked and all those kind of things. So always look at the policies, always look at the politics, always look at the change makers to be able to know the next step they are going to be taking as a country. If at all he gets any funny idea from Kemi, hope that he's going to implement it for people that got PR recently. Because if he now comes up and say, all of you that are still in PR, instead of 3 years, let's do 5 years. God help me. Lemon cannot talk the one way in my mind. So can you talk about the caregiver program? I think they now have to work 6 months to get PR, but before immigrants that came for caregiver got what I read, and I did the video about That's they told us it's visa on arrival, like PR on arrival. That's what I read. PR on arrival for those that are coming in for the caregiver program. I'm not aware of a 6 months work, because the 6 months work is kind of like your experience before, prior to applying. So if this is a recent update, I'm not aware of it. Also, there's another part, those that I did a video about, the young people that are suffering different drug addictions here in Canada. And there's an update. Marcel, the young guy, Marcel, that had drug addiction, and he's also somebody that has sickle cell. I think a couple of Nigerians found him. They have, reached out to him. He's getting treatment and all of that. The same thing for the girl. I've forgotten her name. I think Toby or Tola or something. They've reached out to her, and she's gotten treatment. She's looking a lot better. I like the fact, I want to say it because most times I feel like people herald the negative aspect of Nigeria and Nigerians. But if you have been in this country, you will be so proud to be Nigerian. When you're in Nigeria and you see people living abroad being proud of being Nigerian, you'll be like, it's always good and happy to, love Nigeria from afar. It's not jokes. When you're in the West, you will overlove the country because there are certain things that you took for granted that when you come here, you'll be like, oh my God, may God bless this country. Because if we are being honest, unless those way, I don't know what's in the worry you, like, I don't get it. But truthfully, that's community bond. These people showed up for people they are not related to and made sure that they were okay, sending food, sending supplies. The only person that I feel I still need to go and do some digging about is Peter. Peter, the last time they saw him, Reed had told him that people reached out to help him, and he said he's not ready. Now, this is where I come in, and I've always said it about young people and young families sending their children here. You think that you're sending them here to save their younger ones or to make money or something. Please, for the love of God, please, for the love of God, keep that child with Oyedepo. I want to listen so that you do not come and have to harvest a broken child that you spend more years fixing. Look, these children are too young. I'm telling you that the previous week, or the moment February started, -25. I'm talking of temperature that will freeze your thoughts. As they waka, your brain smoke, don't they come? It is not the kind of temperature for anybody to be homeless. Immigration is a tough decision. Do not send your young children if you do not have generational wealth. The kind of money that if you fall sick and die, they still get money to train that pikin. Many people have come here. My father, even the Peter, he said his father fell sick and that was it. He became homeless. That was it. So you see the part where I said poor people are even finding it a bit easier because they came in and they know that, see, now between me and God, I will hustle, warehouse, delivery, everything, because if I don't work, I will not eat. There is no father anywhere. Or the younger ones that are from homes that they see a bit of support, don't come and tell me that the boy is spoiled because it will be unfair. It is the way you have raised the child, which is it's not any bad thing. But a child can be comfortable and not know how to hustle. It's not his fault. It's not his fault. But the way this Canada is shaped, even if he spends his savings, how many months rent can he do? You don't have any guardian here. You don't have any elder in your family that lives here. You're bringing a child to sub-zero temperature without a plan. There is no, you don't even have any bank with any, what will I say, domiciliary account that you put a lien on, that this bank has to be sending 5,000 to this child and pay for his rent, and like you put structures in place. People, see, it's just the ones Reed have found, though. Many Nigerians are on the street, though. It's not funny. It's not funny. We don't want this to be a pattern because the moment they recognize us now, it will be a problem. We're already black. We should not add more disadvantage. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Thank you so much, Samuel. Say God bless you and your family. Debbie said, Asi, you're actually correct. We have to go so low as if we have nothing. Yes, share with someone to save up. I'm telling you the gospel. You have nothing to prove to anybody. the apartment that is very small, take it. You will see that there are days when, and I was saying it on my previous life, that I can just stay and maybe I no post for 1 week, 1 month, 1 day. I'm okay. I might not have gone to work for that way. It's fine. But this fear that comes with living in the West, that people are going from paycheck to paycheck to pay. I'm not used to it. You know, be so a day from Nigeria. I can sleep and wake up and know there is bole. I'm going to eat, drive to Marine Base, gist with my mother, come back and lie down and sleep. Like, I'm not saying that a life without pursuit of unending wealth is fantastic. It's just that there's a contentment that comes with knowing God and knowing that there are things we are pursuing. I don't solve mass for this country. Look, say, if we pursue this money the way they put it on the floor, you know, when they put crumbs and you're chasing it, before you will reach the bread, you will look back, you don't hold though. So the first few crumbs where you don't get, the moment you get enough to eat and a little to save, run. That's all I can say. He said, this one that Canada, where they scare me every day. I will still come. No, you can have homeboy. Come. Nobody can. Me. You don't say me, I know the advice. I always love people to come. No get choice because I can't withstand the immigration stance of other countries. Plus learning, that's the thing with Canada now. I would just say, come, but have money. Have money. It's not the money that I'm telling you to have is not to go and buy coats. Maybe say they buy boots. Maybe say they buy things where you go to use, they do peace sign. Have vex money. Have let me not die today. Let me call in sick and sleep money. Have money that can have money. It's important to have money. I'm telling you. It's important. You cannot see. No, have money. And if you're a young guy and you're coming into Canada, I would advise you, even men where they married, go to shared, the one that is a room that they give you. I'm telling you, you will enjoy the country. Stay in a share. I do not know why people are against it. I don't know why. Maybe that's why I say everybody should have gone to boarding school, because you cannot have gone to boarding school and you have a problem with sharing. You're here to hustle. You're here to work. Who you are in your home country, leave it there. Who you be for Cameroon, leave it there. Who you be for Ghana, leave it there. Who you were in Nigeria, you were a big boy in Nigeria, leave it in Nigeria. Leave it as your backup plan. When you come here, start from scratch. That is the only way to stay motivated. The time I came in, I did a couple of videos where a friend of mine was like, there's one app we are using to get shifts. The shift now, some of them, they pay 20, 22. $20 per hour job. Now money, I said, what do? We serve. I'm like, I used to be a wedding planner now. What in hard? What do I need? Black on black, say less. I enter Walmart, buy black on black, buy the shoe, started picking shifts. That way, the Naira and the USD I had, I'm not touching. Big shifts. It is these shifts that I used to do second term school fees. If I sat down and say I am bigger than that work, I for no see. I would have struggled more for no reason, because the truth is, at the end of the day, why are you struggling? If there are opportunities for you to work, there's no need for struggle. Struggle to use and do what? Let me read this other one. Say, I see all that is happening in Canada lately is making me doubt. So, damn it, Lord, I will not lie to you. Hope, truthfully, I would still say study here. It makes small, minute sense. You understand? But where you want to study the study now in Canada is, you cannot do general markets. It could work. You have to now go to either some certain provinces. Look at the provinces and the cities that are in the rural immigration pathway. That pathway that I talked about in my video, there's rural immigration pathway. If you can find a university in any of those cities that are participating in the rural immigration pathway, it is a step to help you to get provincial nomination. Do you understand? So Strategy now then they use enter any country. You cannot scatter and enter. You cannot say, if I come, I'll figure it out. If I not get call in a day, they get rich for. If these are people where I know. Some of them, even when they came before me. They know I do YouTube, but you know how see finish, they always did the matter. Now, only when you don't hook you say, see, I have 3 months to go. What will I do? I am not a magician. Do you understand? The only advice I will give you is find those provinces that are in the rural immigration pilot pathway. Attend school in that their city that is participating. That way, while you are still inside, you go don't find work, you go don't find way so that you apply directly, because they can absorb you better when you are in the city. But if you have gone to probably like Toronto or anywhere to school, when the PR don't hook you, you say you want to now start flying all the way to place home or something to go and live. It's easier said than done, you know. That's just the truth, and that's the truth. Despite the downsides, high cost of living, slow pace, prefer to, yeah, I'm not even preferring by the downsides. I feel the high cost of living, high tax is in UK as well. The crime rate too is high now, and it's also affecting in the UK as well. The healthcare system. I even saw when Stephanie Coker, a Nigerian actress, she mentioned that, I mean, the health minister was like, a lot of Nigerians are coming to Nigeria for healthcare, and then people were in the comment section saying it's a lie. I am a lot of Nigerians, because you don't know people where they go. No me say it's a lie. Even to my teeth, yeah, I have dentists. I had free medical, you know, free checkup for my school, Seneca. I did not go one day. The day I left this country, when I dropped my pen, when I went to Nigeria, I did full body check. When I went to pick my car, I did full body check. Anything carry my leg back there, I will still do my full. It's personal. Because for me, I tell you the code to health, whether you're in UK or anywhere, people, in fact, UK is even easier because 6 hours, you don't do Nigeria. The code is knowing the doctor, the consultant. I have had one of my consultants say, okay, meet me in one hospital. He said, Paragon. I live in Port Harcourt. I would never have entered that hospital because it's just close to the road. I'm like, what is this hospital doing here? But because the consultant say, oh, I'm always in Paragon on Thursday evenings, come and meet me there. I knew who I was going to look for. Because you meet a top consultant, the top consultant tell you come to LUTH. Does it mean LUTH is the hospital that you should be going to every day? No. You are going to meet a specific person. That's the code with Nigeria. That's the code. And then having somebody that can attend to you. It's not this one that you come, they say, oh, only one complaint per visit. What be that? If head they worry me, waist they worry me, this one, I should be saving each one. Tomorrow I'll come back for my stomach. You know, we even see space. So yes, it's, for me, I would say it's not a deal breaker because you're not coming here for medical checkup. Do you understand? If you, what is your why? Why you immigrating? Is it not passport or hopefully getting a stay in a country or whatever? But if passport or getting that is your end goal, focus on that one. Every other thing that you can adjust for it. High cost of living, reduce your hand for your spending. High tax, reduce your hand for your spending. You cannot do those things. I can't change it, but I'm here, right? So I focus on the goal. I believe that Canada is still there. I'm just saying that in terms of immigration, if they ever extend and now go and follow Kenya and be doing 15 years, I don't come up for you. Just can't play with that. I'd rather have legal status and PR than being in a European country struggling for years to get paper. I don't really know how UK works, but I know a friend that she didn't need to struggle for years like that. So it depends on your course. It depends on if you get indefinite leave of to stay or something like that. I don't know their policies. So yeah, that's the thing. That's true. More opportunities in terms of jobs in these countries, and they're both English speaking. I think with job, let me not lie to you, UK has more jobs. Let's not lie. It says as that country is more rich. UK, you can randomly get a job. I don't know why. I don't know. I don't think it's. I don't even know what is really going on in terms of job market in Canada right now. I won't lie to you. There have been a couple of people that have moved back, people that came from UK to Canada based on PRO and all of that. And they've gotten their PRO, but job choke. So some of them had to move back because they had steady NHS job and the rest of them. They can just be coming back and making sure they meet their yearly stay in Canada to maintain their PR status or to qualify for citizenship. But in terms of jobs, I find that more people have a lot more opportunities getting jobs in the UK, which is a smaller country, which is weird. But yeah, that's what I find. So if that one is the main one, Homo. Okay, which one is that? Which this thing? Say your thoughts. Sorry, I lost the train of thought. Which thought are you talking about? Which opinion? Today I want to come watch your video. Register for your IELTS. No, you don't have anything to worry about. I'm serious. You don't have anything to worry about. Register for your IELTS, but be strategic. I find that the major problem I'm having is people that are reaching out to me when it's already bad. There is really nothing I can do. There is really nothing I can do. So before you come, have your strategy, have your plan down. Where are you landing? How long is it going? As in, what are the things you're going to do? How fast can you get this paper? Count your age, check the jobs that are in demand, check the jobs that will give you PR. It's not about loving it, it's about doing it. That's just the thing. It's good for people to travel abroad. It helps shapes the mind for future sake, for those that have wisdom. Abroad na scam at some point. Yeah, I feel like the traveling abroad is not one place. I find that is where a lot of people are missing it. Moving to the West is not necessarily traveling abroad. I would say in my next world, I want to be one of those travel vloggers that are going from country to country. That is my goal. I love those kind of things where you get to experience. Let me not just live life and die in Nigeria and Canada. What is that? I want to be able to go to Vietnam, Thailand, go to Seychelles. This has nothing to do with vacation, just experience. Look at different places. Abroad is plenty. Abroad is not one place. You come here, I sit down and pay tax. I say I'm abroad. It's shaping my mind. Yeah, and they shape my mind. Yeah, you will come with knowledge. You will come now. It's like your brain will first pause before you go begin to start again. God, I beg you. Seriously, have money. When you're sleeping, you'll be able to breathe. It's only money that can make you breathe well. If not, panic attack is real. Anxiety is real. That's why the other lady that Reed got from the street, she said she has anxiety. Like she lost money in a business and started having anxiety. What anxiety does is like you are walking and then immediately you remember that your bank account is $500, your rent is $800. You need to work for this. Before you know, you start having performance paralysis. You can no longer even function in the work you're doing. So you cannot even get the next step. At what point does it now make sense if at the end of the day you lose your mind coming to a country that is supposed to be everything to you? The way things are going there are days I feel like that. And I'm just saying that I know it will sound weird because how will you say you feel like that when you are inside the place? You know how many times I don't look houses for Nigeria this month? I'll just be looking. You know how many times I don't look farming, large scale, because I always say it here. I know I'm not somebody that will appear in Nigeria and want to do one mystery job. Now, farming, they can't do large scale farming. You know how many times I have thought, like I could just sit down, they think, I say, "Cow, if the future wake up, say, Asi, take this citizenship," so that my mind will calm down. As I'm swearing to serve and protect, I've been waiting that this way. I did book tickets with my red and white and my flag. I did airport. That flag like that, now they use land for Port Harcourt. Because I feel like sometimes my problem is just native soup. My problem should just be fisherman soup. Maybe that's why I'm not thinking clear. Let me go and eat. You should just free me small. Let me go and eat. And you come back. Let me eat Isam soup, Ingbe, Ipole, all those things, fresh fish soup. When I come back, I will be thinking where. And then they say, before they say it's my village people that are calling me. So, that is just it. So my mom is a nurse. of about 20 years. And my sister, me and my sister are convincing her to go for caregiver program. She gets PR, I'll get PR too. I'm an international student. How old are you? If you're above 16, you cannot get it. I don't think you can get it. But yes, caregiver program is the best. I personally would want to consider that for my mom as well, but she's still working. So hopefully they still continue it by next year. Sometime next year, she's what's that thing? She's retiring. So I would like to consider that for her as well because I need caregiver. You see, this my picking. Me person can't help me care, make her focus. So yeah, I think yes, depends on your age. Okay, depends on your age. What this will do and help you is if she gets, maybe your dad is also going to get, and that will help you in terms of their medical bills. If at all they want to probably do some certain specialized checkup here and all of that. So that helps you in terms of your family, and yeah, it will help. And then if your mom has, you have extra 15 points. Let's say you're above the 16, 18, or whatever the age is. If you're above that, you get extra 15 points because you have a sibling or a parent or somebody that is a PR. So you get extra 15 points for your application. So yeah. We all have to be flexible while we're there, goal oriented, like blend into in-demand job. Once you're exactly, because most people say I have passion. What is passion? What is passion? Have you eaten? What's passion? Have passion for drawing. If you are not selling your painting yet, no. Your drawing, keep for one side. Do the one that will give you rent money right now. Do you get? I'm not telling you to kill your dream. I'm only telling you to use your upper, use your brain. So that you tomorrow you're not going to curse God. You're not going to say, what is going on? So Akin says, I stay in New Brunswick. You're saying the truth. New Brunswick, see, I'm telling you the gospel truth. That place, I don't know why, who told the people that you cannot go there. It makes sense. I'm telling you, if I wasn't, for me, I'm coming to Canada, my first place that I thought of was Calgary. If I was going to come with my son that first time. But then when I found out that I wasn't landing with my son, the thing with Calgary was I wasn't getting a lot of options in terms of colleges. I had more options in Toronto. And I was like, you know what? I'm a Port Harcourt person. If I want to learn about the country, it's best I start with the Lagos of the place. As much as I don't like that rowdiness, I feel like it will toughen me up to be in Canada. It will help me with contact. It will help me with, the big buildings and the rest of them. That's why I started with Toronto. But if there was another place in Atlantic Province that I would move to if I did not get my PRO, it was New Brunswick, Nova Scotia, New Brunswick. Those are the two places that I know. So most times when people talk about Nova Scotia, New Brunswick, before Manitoba, in fact, Manitoba, Jesus Christ, you forbid me for me to go there. For some reason, and they're just beside us. No. It's after Saskatchewan that you see Manitoba. But for some reason, I don't like the place. And I feel like people have those kind of preferences. But New Brunswick, you can go there. At 45, it's school advisable. It's very risky. But if you, like at 45, why are you coming here? Are you coming here because of paper? Yes. If you're coming here because of paper, just do masters in one of those provinces that have the rural stream. If it's not in the province, do it in the city or if it's not in the city, do it in the province such that you're still able to access those cities, and then do something in demand in terms of maybe addictions counseling masters, early childhood education masters, depending. Early childhood is not all the provinces that are needing it, but addictions counseling, many people had no correct, so you always have work. Do something, but do masters. That way you have more time in terms of 3 years work permits. You don't need more time because by the time you're 49, I think at 45, you're not getting any point on age. So what you need mostly to focus on is a place that you can get provincial nomination, which is 600 points. So passion, nothing concerns us with passion. I have passion for IT. No. Do something that is going to give you nomination. Nomination is 600 points, so you don't have to worry about any other thing. If you get 600 points, it gives you an edge, okay? So yeah, for real, I have to re-strategize accounting. Okay, I'm an accounting student, but I have to secure another admission in trade. Yes, actually. Do trade, do construction management, do construction something. Why? Because you still get jobs. There's a lot of job in construction. As long as you do also. Nothing did there. There's as soon as summer reach like this, every construction site, if you just carry hard hats, carry your I know how to read this thing. Can I get something part-time here? Can I they're always looking for extra hands and all of that. So you can put your step into it. Do trades if you want to do carpentry. They're always building house, then they knock nail once come and want they're always doing something. If you want to do even the window seal, that one might be easier. Anything you want to do. There are ways to make money in that line, whether you want to do trades and all of that. Just put your heart into it. Put your heart into it. And then be strategic on the place you are going to apply for school. Not all schools are created equal now. Not all schools are going to give you benefits. I'm sorry I'm coming out in a way that it seems like, okay, everything you're doing must benefit you. But that's the kind of person I am. If you're not benefiting me, like waiting at the use, you're spending 24,000, 25,000 for something when it will give you benefits. Where that won't happen. No, you think I'll go to Seneca because I like the red and white? No, I went to Seneca because it was the top in terms of colleges in Toronto. And it's funny enough, Seneca was the first college in that their sect of colleges that got polytechnic status. I think just recently is when Humber is getting their own polytechnic status. So we have Seneca, Humber, Centennial, and the rest of them. I wanted to go to a top college, fine and good. Still, that top college should be affordable financially, fine and good. Still, that place I'm going to, I need to find a cheap rent. I get that one. That course I'm doing, it has to have sense. I get that one. Even though the course gets sense, I need to be able to apply myself to go and do hustle, or guaja work, serve food, or anything I want to serve. I get that one. Do you know how many people I've met in jobs that I'm doing that know me? I'd be like, oh, how far? Like, there's never this share. I go shame for money where they get. You might even be attending the events for free. They did not tell you that they are paying those of us that are working there $25 per hour, 8-hour shifts. Now, how much? And I'll use bus and go back. Save rent. Never as a student or even as working did rent make me have sleepless nights. There are shifts that I will not pick because under my leg don't depend me. I go just lie down sleep. There are people that give out shifts, $200 and something a day shift because they are tired. That is where we walk to. Whereas people go say, no, I want desk job, $18 desk job versus $25 where you're seeing your money cash down. Just be, see, the only upside with schooling in Ontario will be that you are young, you are probably doing a master's, or you're doing a 2 years program in one of these hot courses. The upside with being in Ontario or being in Toronto especially, is the InstaWork app. That app that I used to get part-time shifts back then. I heard that right now there's a lot of people who came and the app was flooded. Usually during winter, shifts are not so many on the app. But there are also other agencies like Stella, Harrison, and the rest of them that you can apply and, interview with them. Oliver and Bonassini, they're always looking for events staff and the rest of them. Serve food, serve wine, serve whatever. They pay $20, $21. Many of them pay really well. That's the good thing about schooling in the Toronto region. Here too in Calgary, I heard that there's some agencies like that. I'm sure by the time summer comes, shifts are going to be coming up. I will try to look for those agencies and, make, like when I see a lot of shifts, I know there's the Tend app and some other things, NASCO and some other ones. When I get more information as to how they pay and how they do this, I'll do a dedicated video for that one. But you need to have a place, like if I don't get 9 to 5 or as a student, because you can only work 24 hours. If it's only 24 hours you can work, what can I do in that 24 hours? Is it factory? Is it Tim Hortons? Don't be saying you're bigger than... I beg you. Me, I don't finish my own. So glad you read. Yeah, thank you so much. Please, people should homeboy is here. It's the soup that is doing me, my dear. You people don't understand. I feel sometimes the reason I'm forgetting things is because I've not eaten real native soup. I see, I believe so. I believe so. Yes, I've worked as a caregiver for children, like early child educator and counselor. But the school is a small school without website. Can I use it to apply for PR? Or I think the PR on arrival caregiver, you need a job first here. So if you can use it to get a job in Canada, that's all those routes. You need a job in Canada before you can apply. So you need your job offer. You need to also write the English exam. The thing with the caregiver route is, I think you need at least a band 5 or 4, which is really low. So everybody can pass that one, if especially if you study. Because for the normal PR is like band 7 that you need. So yes, get your job, get your what's this thing? Get your job, get your English exam, and then evaluate your degree. So you must have a degree or high school diploma. You evaluate it with WES, and yeah, that way you can apply when it starts in March. So yes, the school is community school in New Brunswick. Yeah, that school is good. There's one school, that their New Brunswick Community College. Oh boy, there was a period at that college, they see students run. Students, they saw people because it was affordable. And then the community is like, you go there, you see people like, I feel this Canada, let me tell you the code. There are some people that are seriously doing well, but they are hiding in those unknown provinces. Then they chop better money. You have plenty money, you're struggling to open shop in Toronto where people plenty. If you carry that same money and go and open in a place where there are people, lesser people safe. That is why I always applaud the Igbos. They have this entrepreneurial mindset. Somebody will go to that Newfoundland and open African shop. They will still do well. You know, that kind of thing, like your ability to be able to project. That's the only way immigration will make sense in 2025. Else, stay in your country. If you cannot calculate yourself before you leave your country, that is the only thing I can advise you. Calculate yourself while you're still in Nigeria before you enter any place. That is the only way immigration will make sense. So that tomorrow now you're not at the other side, wishing and hoping and stretching hand. This year, Canada is going to go into election. With the way Polyev is doing, this new guy is probably going to take over and hang on to power till October. He's not giving me that he's ready to, ginger for a new election. But plus or minus, there's a new election by April. A lot of things will change from April. Are you ready? That's just the thing. That's just the thing. So yeah, you have secured your admission in MB. Yes, this is the school. And MBCC. But visa, they give me problem. They just denied. Reapply. Reapply. What was their reason for denial? Reapply. Make sure you have enough money. Make sure you have enough strong ties. Make sure if you're working, you get a letter from your company stating that they gave you the leave for the sabbatical leave for you to go and study, and you're going to come back and probably man a particular department. Those kind of letters can also help as a strong tie. If you have family, you have your wife or children or anything, just make sure, give an immigration consultant, make them look your paper well. Right now, they're denying a lot of people fine and good, but, just try again. Apart from caregiver, counselor, I've worked in a school, also learning carpenter for 6 months. I want to use it for trade express entry. Okay, yeah, you can use carpentry for the trade express entry as long as your score, simulate your score now using the carpentry. Before you finish the 6 months, what is the score you can get? If the score you can get is not the amount, right now I think trade is at 433 or so. Hopefully it comes down, like it drops. If it drops maybe 15 points, that would be fantastic. So many people can also, benefit and all of that. But be that as it may, getting to a point where before you finish studying, calculate your new birthday. If your birthday is in March, remove the points that they are taking. Estimate your next score. Don't wait till you get to that point. Estimate it from now. That way, the steps you're taking now will make sense. You've completed, your Canadian experience was not considered. Canadian academic experience was not considered in the assessments. Is there a reason for that? I've seen somebody also send me a message about that. Is there a reason for that? Is there a way you filled it? You have to show the profile to somebody and let them go through all the questions again with you, And if you can call IRCC and, talk with them about that. But your Canadian academic experience is very important. Very, very. Okay, Maureen, hi, you're welcome. Welcome to everybody who come in. Say well done. You heard truck driving is very lucrative and also occupational health and safety job pays well. Kindly throw more lights ahead. Rural areas are better. Yes, rural areas are better to start. Truck driving is lucrative, but it's very dangerous and it's a sector that needs a lot of it needs a lot of policing right now, if I'm going to be honest with you. I don't want it to be a sector that people engage in just because they heard it's lucrative. There have been massive accidents caused by trucks. Those trucks are very heavy, carrying really heavy containers, and they crush cars. When we drive on the highway, we are driving sometimes behind all these hefty trucks. So if the people do not know how to maneuver it and they're just doing it because they heard that it's paying a certain amount per hour, it's going to cost the lives of people. For what? For which PR? Do you get that kind of thing? At the back of my mind, I just feel like it's not something that people should just venture into if they do not have the passion for it, if they do not have the experience, the necessary experience to maneuver. Sometimes we are running 120, 110 on the highway, and then a truck is coming at that speed. What is to tell that I have to still continue maintaining on that line? What if you hit me? What if you have forgotten yourself? What if the truck person is sleeping? There's a lot of things to consider. But yes, the same thing with safety jobs. I would say you can focus on areas where there are what's this thing called? There are plants. If you have plants, if you have activity for drilling and the rest of them, industries and the rest of them, yes. And like you said, the rural communities where those things are, you will definitely get safety officer jobs, whatever, environmental safety officer, something. Those jobs, yes, are there. You can also check Indeed and look out for, you just Google safety jobs or safety officer, let them bring out all the different, names that those jobs go by and all of that. So, yeah. Let's go. So speak on asylum. I don't do asylum. I don't advise asylum. That's the only thing I have to say. Anyway, we do. Aha! Ayana Tessa is listening today. Che, thank you so much, that you're even here, Seth. I'm so grateful. Your next birthday is November, and you have time now, but still, between now and November, you have to estimate. You have to already be in the pool because November is after election. Do you understand? That's the thing. October is before election. So estimate all the things you want to estimate. It's better for you to even underestimate and overachieve. When it comes to your score, what are you putting in? What are you targeting? So that you know your next step. That will help you a lot. You're denied in 2022, but you're planning on reapplying for the same course. Supply chain management. No, you need to do them again. Change it. This one don't even code. Supply chain management, no. It doesn't give PGWP safe. Talk more of PR. Don't do it though. That's why I say it's good for people to be sharing. Share the video. Always, call people in. It's a no. You waste your money. Of course, those courses are available. But when you go to a school website, what some schools have started doing now is when you click international students, you will see courses that they'll write. These courses will give you PGWP. Some schools have gotten like that knowledge, which I feel is a lot better because instead of misleading international students to doing any stupid course and they will not get postgraduate work permit, some schools have compiled some courses and say, okay, these are the courses that IROCC have approved in our school to give PGWP. Look for that bundle of courses. Choose one inside there. Don't go and do supply chain. Supply chain don't pass. Then they do them again because you walk away. You no pass. Oh, thank you so much, Maureen. Yes, it's easy to get PhD with funding, and it depends on the course. It depends on what you're studying. It depends on the course. It depends on what you're studying. I don't think anything is easy per se, but I've spoken with people that have gotten master's funding. So PhD should follow suit. That is the phone line. Ayanate, can you help me with the likes? I don't know how we are doing on likes. Guys, please like this video so that we can continue to share and help people. There are people that do not know. I do not blame them because most times when you speak with somebody and the person is like, Jesus, all these things you're saying, I never knew it was like this. Do you understand? I never knew it was like this. I never knew it was like this. That's one of the reasons why you should Please, 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 as much as possible, um, share share the video, and yeah, so other people can, get the tips, get the updates. Another thing I want to say as Nigerians, most times you should be a bit kinder to people. You know, it's not easy. There are many people we see here, both junior and senior, that are here. You can see an older gentleman or an older lady that is schooling in your class. Sometimes then go don't forget assignment or forget. Just try. Ah, mama, we have assignment though. Sometimes you call the person by their name because some of them are the respect na they pay on a pass. You complain that this person is expecting you to call her auntie. Okay, no call her auntie, but just if you know that something they are going astray, they are missing the road. Ah, bro, no, you can use this other side to get there. Are you looking for something? Let me assist you. I'll tell you the truth. Many Nigerians sometimes they go snub you. Nothing they there. Proceed. Continue doing good. I just needed to put this out because in schools you will see them. Anywhere you see somebody that is probably just lost in thoughts. Ah, how are you doing now? Well done. Just be nice and don't expect anything back. But you never know the seed you're sowing. Okay. So please, Beatrice said, please help me with the course. Choose a PGW course for me. $1,000. $1,000 pay. Make I go choose course for you. You have to choose course based on what you like, what you like to do. Okay, see, Ayana said we have over 100 people here. Please, guys, like the live stream. She said Debbie is saying that NBCC has narrowed the courses. Thank you. There are certain schools that were smart because I applied for my sister. I think I applied Bow Valley. She got the course, and I'm like, let me tell you the truth, auntie. Even when I paid that money, over $150 or $175 admission fee or something like that, I knew that I could not champion. What's this thing called? What's this thing? International students school fees. So now I'm just telling her, you know what? Defer for January. I don't have the strength. Although it's far September, but truth be told, I am not in that space to be able to take this responsibility. The thing with that school as well is that they had a portal for courses that will give PGWP. First, check the school you're going to, the schools you're looking for, check their international students, and then check. They should have been able to narrow it down. In fact, any school that has not narrowed it down is not a serious school. Yes, it means they are not serious. And the worst thing you want to do is to go to a school that is not serious. Narrow it down, because what's the point of an international student coming for them not to be able to at least get work permits, to be able to, use the course that they just learned? So, yeah. Gift said, I have HND in business administration, work in the educational sector. 29 turning 30. What course would you go for? Go for addictions counseling. Anything that has to do with addictions counseling, probably in the counseling, teaching part. That's like social work, so to speak. For me, that's the only thing that I can go out off the top of my head, because you can get PRO with addictions counseling under healthcare. You can get PGWP with addictions counseling. You can actually see job with addictions counseling. If they do, you do placement, and the rest of them, you can work, because like I said, many people had no correct. For some reason, how we do. But now wait till we see them. So Gochuku said, my CV shows that I am unemployed. That's why they denied me, because I'm helping out in my father's business. So I want to use my father's business as strong tie, because it's, why will your CV show that you're unemployed and you're applying for school? Why are you going to do that kind of thing? Who tell you to leave CV unemployed? If you're helping out in your father's business, that's an employment. That's an employment. Now, because now your father, now why they look at less? His staff, do they look at the business as less? Is that not their employment? Now you mess your CV up. And that's one thing. Sometimes also in CV and what's that thing? Statement of purpose. You people are oversharing. Some people have so shared things about themselves in their statement of purpose that no, I cannot help them with their PR. You don't overshare. Like, you share as if you want date IROCC. They share as if they ask for Canadian government hand in marriage. You're sharing too much. Everything about your life. You tell them. It's not how they used to do something. In fact, you so said the things. Be strategic. What you need for your statement of purpose, what you're doing, what you're coming to study, how it ties to what you're doing, how much you have, how you're going to use it back home. I studied, my CV is simple. My background is in petroleum engineering, but I'm an entrepreneur. In fact, I started with something of a joke for my statement of purpose because now so I do my own things. This is what I'm a petroleum engineer. I have experience and I have certifications in IT. I am coming to study business analytics, which ties my business entrepreneurial part with IT parts. Remember, I am a businesswoman and I have certifications in IT. So I'm doing this course because it ties the two together. I'm coming back to Nigeria to use it to open an app that will help me in event plan. Make it flow. This is how much I have. Always write your money in your statement of purpose. Don't say because you put 5,000 bank statements. Me, if I'm an agent, make I go dey look all your bank statement to know say you get money. Write the amounts in the statement of purpose. Write the number of children and the wives and the strong tie. Your statement of purpose should be like a summary, but it should not be a lengthy summary that somebody cannot highlight. Highlight the things that they need to see so that if they are going through it, they can make a decision on the spot. You understand? But you say no regrets watching. Thank you. You're welcome. So I say I don't have my baptism card again. I lost it in uni. NIN baptism card. Why would you need a baptism card? To show, can I use it to show proof of age? Baptism, no, go and do what's me that thing? The age declaration now in bank. Say bank in court, age declaration. Hi Amara. All right. Say please, ideas on business course for my daughter. She wants to study economics. Economics is not giving PGWP again. She has to find another thing to study. Unless, no, she has to find another thing to study. I'm going to see if I will share my screen. Just remind me this thing. Let's hold. Ayana Temoko hold this one now first. Economics. I'm going to share the screen and read out the postgraduate work, the new PGWP eligibility courses. We'll just brush them because I think that that's where a lot of people are still having some, back and forth from. So we'll go through it. But I'm saying, she wants to study economics, concern you. She can want to even be an astronaut. It's a good want. She will do the thing that will give her PR. She can want a different, it's good, want it. It's like Michael wake up which day say, I want to be a teacher. I say, nice one, my son. After engineering, you can teach. I want to be a pilot. It's a good one. After engineering, you pilot. If you say you want to do something in the lab, after medical school, you can go it. I see, we don't want to be like our parents, so let's not force the children. We will force them. It's money. Do you know how much? $30,000, $40,000, they hear the amount? No, she can want many things. But Amara, the way we go arrange her, she will study the one that we give her paper. When she hold the paper, she can go back to want. Yes. It's not, we're not saying she should not want to, but time is of the essence, and there's too much investment in Canada in terms of your financial upfront payments that for your child to just be wanting. What did they want? Want who? No, thank you. No. We can have a way to arrange that I want to, that if he work, why? Because I think economics gives work permits, but it doesn't give PR. I don't know if it's written under STEM. Some courses will give you work permits, but they will not give you PR. And I'm wondering why you will want to do something that will give you work permits, but it will not give you PR. And then if your child is too young, meaning she's coming immediately after university to study, or she's coming immediately after secondary school, I will not advise it. Even if it's after this thing, I think it is even better. There's one of my clients I was speaking with. Her child was not getting visa or something like that. She was supposed to come in to do A-level or something. But I play 2 years pass. I told her that This your child that you are worried about that hasn't gotten it, and the one that had gotten it first visa, she get them, she don't date Canada already. This one stands a better chance to get PR than the one in Canada. She said, how? I said, because the one in Nigeria has first WAEC and 2 years experience. So that time they were denying her visa, that 2 years that she was working with you, is experience. Canada wants experience more than education. So now we calculated her own with 1 year with just her normal distant course and then experience. It's even higher. So sometimes if they have gotten their BSc or whatever, NYSC, that 1 year experience or 1 year of staying in the house is a lot better than bringing them here, because even when they rush and come in, if they have a lag in getting job, it will worry. And here, you know, jobs, they will say tier 1, tier 2, Nigeria, it's easy to get those kind of tier 1, tier 2, tier 3 jobs, because most of those jobs is named depending on the company. Do you understand? So I feel like that's just the only other thing. But yeah, no, don't be, what do you think? Don't put unemployed. Exactly. Don't put unemployed in your, at all. Never. See, it's like oversharing. Be like say on a one date. No, they don't need to know everything in your life. Oh, thank you so much, Rogisola. Thank you. Everything is experience. Yes, stay at home mom services. I'm telling you, even if you're still, my dear, the company that your husband is, that used to go there and sit down morning, afternoon, night, logistics manager, now they do there. You cannot be unemployed though. Person said then they submit CV. Like I swear to God, I didn't want to say it because let it know that my own visa application was incomplete because I no submit CV. I did submit CV. I did submit. I'm being very honest. Like if any other person is here, I don't know. When I heard that, I'm like, CV. Maybe it's new style. And when I didn't do my own, that's why I didn't say it, because I thought like, okay, my own is like I submitted since. Maybe they've changed this requirement. But I didn't submit CV. I didn't submit CV my own. So I don't know. I think it's the statement of purpose. You don't need to submit CV, like resume. Like some visa officers are always doing the most, Sha. Then too they do. And so let me see how do they used to even share this thing self. Will courses under healthcare give PR? Early childhood education is not under healthcare. Music therapy might give because it's under other therapies also. I think I saw music therapy under that. But let me just try to share and share screen. Let me see. Allow. Let me share screen. Oh no, let me cancel first. I need to open a new tab. The tab now that I want to open, let me open Canada new PGWP eligibility requirements. Okay, so let me go back and share. I don't know, guys. You have to reply or share comments if you're seeing my screen. Okay, so this is my screen now. I'm not hiding anything. When you go to Google, let me just go back to the. Are you seeing it? I think you guys are seeing it too. Yeah, you're seeing it. Okay, good. When you go to Google, all you need to write, see it, Canada new PGWP eligibility requirements. Just spell it out like this. And then you click this first one that is from canada.ca. That's the official website, okay? So this is what gives you everything. You see your eligibility, based on your program, your location, and, field of study and all of that. This is where we are going to, okay? Because we want to know exactly what are the courses. These are the fields. See, it's 99 slides. These are the different courses that we give you postgraduate work permits. 989. It was 976 or something. I've forgotten the first number, 966 or so. I think they added early childhood education because it wasn't included before. So many things in terms of agric, crops still under agric. I'm just going to be going fast. Greenhouse operations, international agric science. I know animal science. Sorry, I know a lot of Nigerians did this in first degree. If you want to continue it, animal health, veterinary medicine, and the rest of them. This is still agric. Then under that education that somebody talked about, see education. The only thing with education is that it will give you PGWP, but not PR, because PR now is only health, trade, and French. Do you understand? It will give you'll be able to have your work permit. See, early childhood is here. Montessori teacher is here. Developmental service worker, that's for small children. Child development is here. These are courses that, I mean, a lot of people, early childhood studies and family studies, child care provider is here. Okay. But now, the ones you will target are not just the ones in healthcare, but the ones that are in healthcare that also tally with category-based draw. I'm going to be opening category-based draw also for all of us to go through it. Let me just go back and see if there's any one. Okay, yes, everybody's seeing it. Yeah, so now healthcare is starting. Under healthcare, of course, we have dentistry, medicine, podiatric, all those ones for feet, nursing, optometry, all these other ones. These ones are still under healthcare. But see where we start. Disability studies, deaf studies, education, like if you're doing anything in healthcare education, multicultural, bilingual healthcare, special education teaching, teaching aid, if you want to work with people with disabilities and teaching aid, all these ones like vision, physical health, different ones, all of them will get what they call this thing, PGWP. If you want to work with speech, people that have speech, autism, developmentally delayed individuals, early childhood education program is also here under health, but the reflection is for your category-based draw. That is where your main focus is. You want something that balances in the two sides, okay? Traumatic brain injuries and the rest of them. Counseling and guidance is also here, okay? Student counseling, food, human nutrition, personal counseling, gender, genetics, look at it, pathology, exercise. Guys, just flow with us. So we're trying to go through it because there are a lot of people that are asking about this. So for child psychology, comparative psychology, personality psychology is also here. Clinical psychology is also here. Forensic, individual, all these things is inside health. Health is very comprehensive. Okay, so you see the clinical ones. Criminology is here. Health is still continuing. Chiropractor, dental, audiologist, okay, implants, health unit manager, health is still continuing. Med lab, see med lab assistant is here. Med lab, you can do it and it will still give you PR. There are certain ones that reflect on both angles, okay? So you see speech, lactation consultant service here. These are like top ones, okay? Radiation therapist and the rest of them. These are not like courses that are very popular in terms of first degrees in Nigeria. That's why I'm just running through them. Clinical lab, they still went on to kind of simplify. Health has like many slides. That's why I said most likely it has to be something in health. Now, this is where I'm going. Substance abuse and addictions counseling. This one reflects on both angles. Counseling, I think in terms of health, marriage and family counseling also reflects on both angles. So if you want to do marriage and family counseling, it falls under the category-based draw also in PR. But I would say like for those that have like more prospects in terms of job, not be everybody will get marriage problem, they even meet counselor, they'll just go divorce, nobody get time. But the addictions counseling people, they always need staff. So that's where you see mental health counseling and the rest of them, trauma counseling, all of this is still within health. See art therapy. She was asking about music. See music therapist. Music therapist to give you PGWP. We also have to confirm. I think I can't remember the person that talked about music. Music. I have forgotten. But yeah, Hope you're seeing it. Yeah, music is there. So yeah, so it can give for music therapy under healthcare or others. Like I'll still confirm for the healthcare under category based draw, but what I'm showing you now is for PGWP. Okay, generally PGWP. These are the courses. So music therapy will give you PGWP. You can see dance therapy is also here. Healthcare aid, meditation aid. Healthcare has a lot. Healthcare has a lot. Massage therapy is here. Massage therapy is even also in the other healthcare category. That's where I saw music therapy because other related therapy, something, something. I saw music, I saw massage, I saw some other therapies. So I will just confirm. I don't want to lead you astray. Massage therapy is here because massage is a big thing here. Aromatherapy, herbalism. For those of you that are doing midwifery, is here. Emergency forensic nursing is here. Still under health, orals, dental, veterinary, or more. I say, like, the only way, especially for parents that are on the channel, parents that are tuning in, thank you all so much for joining. For your kids right now, if you're trying to get something back as fast as possible, if not for anything, it's mainly health related courses. I know that not all the children can do health. That's why sometimes I say, okay, counseling, because it's not necessarily you being changing anybody or being exposed to blood. You can see, just keep looking at it. I did the breakdown. If you're just joining the live stream, I did the breakdown as to how you can get a hold of this page. We're just going to make sure we get to the next one, which is the trade and other parts. But healthcare is taking like almost all the slides is for healthcare because there are lots of areas in Canada that still need a lot of these people. But also understand that some of these courses, you need to be sure that they tally with giving PRO, not just PGWP. That's not all you need. You also need PRO, okay? So this is it. Psychiatry is also here. Neurological science, complex surgery. Now we are in STEM. Okay, so healthcare is finally over. STEM is no longer giving PRO, but STEM will give you PGWP. STEM, I'm talking of science, technology, engineering, and maths. It's no longer giving PRO. There's no category for STEM courses anymore. So architecture, advanced architecture, all my engineering, IT courses, they do not give PRO anymore. They will give you postgraduate work permit. So this is where I was trying to see if I would see, the lady that talked about economics. I'll try to see if I would see economics here. Because usually they put it around this side as well. So you can see all this computer programming, this one, nothing. It will give you postgraduate work permit, like I said, but not PR. So that makes it very, very tricky because these are very serious courses. If you want to study any of this one, see my petroleum engineering, if you want to study any of these courses, it's going to run your parents into hundreds of thousands. So imagine paying something simply because your child has a dream. I have a dream to be an engineer in Canada. At least start with Oyedepo. Go and pay in a covenant first. Have a dream in Nigeria first. If you do not have this money, because what will it benefit you to start and then halfway you cannot pay the fees? The child drops out of school, and now you've lost out of the money. The child has lost out of education. The child is no longer on the track to getting PRO, and now probably, God forbid, they're homeless. You're losing out on many things. So I believe that parents should count the costs. It's not competition. Even if your best friend's children are in Canada, makes no sense. Your children must not be there unless you've counted the cost. Even if they cry, they roll on the floor and they beg, and if the money is not there, be playing with them. Be playing with them because they will not. It's a lot better for them to know how things are. I'm trying to say. I don't think. See, econometrics and quantitative economics is here, so it can give her. See, it's on slide 90. This last one, it can give her PGWP, but not PR. So if she still wants to do that, that's where she can find it. Depending. Okay, now we are in trade. Okay, somebody had talked about carpentry and the rest of them were in trade. Somebody had talked about, learning something in trade. I spoke on construction engineering. So you can see construction engineering, solar, energy, tech, any of this trade, wind, construction trade, because there's also always somebody building. HVAC. This is heating, ventilation, air conditioning, and the rest of them. So this is HVAC, heating, ventilation, air conditioning. It's called HVAC. Okay, masonry. See, the person that talked about carpentry. Carpentry is here, and carpentry will also give you PR. Drywall installation, electrician, building, property maintenance, carpet, roofing. They're always looking for roofing people, and what they call, yeah, roofing people. Sometimes you see them on Indeed. They're always looking for them. Welders as well. Geotech. You see, under trade, woodworking is also there. You know, construction is repeated again. Now, transport. Transport will give you PGWP, but doesn't give PR. So somebody talked about truck driving. It might give you PGWP, but it will not give you PR. However, I'm not saying truck per se here, driving. So let's go and see if there's any. It's just mainly, you know, engine machinist and all of that, air traffic controller, air transportation, and that is the end. Okay, see, truck driver is here. It will give you PGWP, but it will not give PRO because remember, they've removed transport from the PRO leg. So this is all. Supply chain. Look at supply chain. It will give you PGWP, but it will not give you PRO. You understand? Because transportation is no longer there. There's no point doing it. Okay? Supply chain is here and the rest. Guys, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. So, yeah. Music therapy and other ones. Yeah. So let me just stop sharing that one. Let's get back. So these ones are the ones that are the courses that you would study that will give you PGWP, not PRO. The next one I'm going to be opening now is the things that are still going to give PRO. They have not updated it in the sense that they've not removed STEM and the rest from the category-based this thing, but they just announced. So if you like have a profile in STEM, they will not do STEM draw. You understand? So I'm going to be opening category-based draw, and same thing with before. I'm going to show you how you're going to open it by yourself, because I believe in people being able to do these things themselves. Okay, when you get to your house, you should be able to do these things yourself, and you know, search. Always search. So you go to Google, you type category-based draws. You see the first one here, canada.ca. It means it's from their website. Okay, official Canada website, canada.ca. So these are the categories that they were having: French, health, STEM, trade, transport, and agric. They removed agric, they removed transport, they removed STEM. The three that we have now is French, health, and trade. I have done a video about that. Please check out my previous videos if you need a breakdown. But these are the categories, okay? So under health, full eligibility for health, I think they updated this so because I didn't click anything and health is opening. Yeah, I think they updated this. Okay, so this is eligibility for health accumulated within the past 3 years, at least 6 months experience. This is why I'm telling those of you sending your children here, if they do not have experience prior in Nigeria and they come and they study a course that is about 3 years, they would have fallen out of healthcare category because they cannot use a prior, you know, experience. And it's only category-based draw that is giving PRO, you know, a lot these days. That is why it is more, would I say, essential for you to have somewhat of experience before you come in. So the older people, yes, have experience before you come in, so that as you touch down, you're already in the pool, you know, making sure that you're planning yourself, pending, because this line is the most important one. The moment you fall out of this line, 6 months full-time, or you can have at least 1 year part-time. That's the one. Okay, so see the ones they have put under health, nurse coordinators and supervisors. They've updated this list. They've definitely updated. This was not the way it was before. Specialist in surgery, dentistry. I'm trying to see other technical occupations in therapy and assessments. Let me see if they've removed. See, massage therapists. They're still here. They're going to give you. So the one that talked about music therapy, look at this one. We're going to take note of it because I'll use your own to do example since you've been here. That's why it's good to watch. You guys like the live stream, 41301. Okay, so we're going to check under this knock code if music therapy is here because it's supposed to be here. they will not go and spell music therapy. They'll say therapist in counseling and related specialized therapies. Because for the PGWP, they were spelling out plenty things. So when we go and search this NOC code, we'll see the things that qualify us under here. Educational counselors is also here. Instructors with disabilities is also here, okay? You can see your licensed nurse and paramedics. For STEM, these are the ones that used to be. I was in one of these categories, but, you know, now they are no longer doing it. For trade, you see the lady that talked about carpenters, you're here. Okay, the person talking about welders, you're here. If you're learning on construction, new rights, you know, is here. Some construction is also here. This last one, it will give PRO. Transport no longer gives PRO. Agric no longer gives PRO. In fact, for Agric, they just have only 3. So these are the ones. Now I'm going to do the person I talked about, 41301. Let's look at the NOC code for that. 41301. I'm using your own NOC code as an example, so to speak. Let me stop sharing this. I'm going to use that NOC code as an example for others to see how they can search up their NOC codes and be able to, you know, see if their course falls under it. Okay. Let's just do that before we come up and wrap up this. Okay, so now I hope you're seeing my screen. It's therapists in counseling and related specialized therapies. You just come and Google your NOC code. Everybody that has a NOC code, use Google and get it. Because it makes no sense if you're going to do, like, let's say a reference letter. I've done videos about it. Many of you make the mistake and say simply because the name of the NOC code is therapists in counseling and related specialized therapy, you go and do a reference letter saying Bimbo was employed as therapist in counseling and related specialized therapy. Makes no sense. There's no job like this. This is just the title of the NOC code. Inside this NOC code, there are specific job titles, okay? So that they will not bounce you and it will look very fraudulent, okay? So let's do all examples under Statistic Canada. Let's see all examples of names that fall under this, okay? So you can see it. Addictions counselor, you are here. Alcohol addictions, arts therapists, arts consultants, behavioral consultants, child and youth, children, community mental health, counseling therapists. If you are in any of this one, you fall under. Dance therapist, you're here. Dance movement therapist, disability consultant, you're here. Drug addiction counselor, you're here. Family counselor, family planning counselor, family therapist, gambling addictions counselor, human relations officer, marriage, you know, see marriage counselor, marriage consultant, marriage therapist, mental health, music. Come and see your music. Music is here. So you can study music and you still get PR. There are certain courses that people will think that you will not give you. I know I've seen music before, so I needed to be sure. Music therapist falls under 41301. So do not go and search. Are they gone? Yeah, you can come down and stay. Okay, I'm coming. Do not go and search under what they call. Do not go and search under, put on the heater. Do not go and search under music therapy and just stay in that NOC code. You have to use this particular NOC code, 41301. That's the only way you will get it. Guys, let me know your thoughts in the comment section. So that's all I needed to share. And yeah, hope you guys understood it. Say yes, then yeah, get affidavit. Yeah, because me, I'm using affidavit for my age. I'm not using any NIN or whatever. I think my parents misplaced my birth certificate or something like that. So I use age declaration. Age declaration, sorry, that's what they call it. I'm 39, score 256, band 7. What is your score 259 at 39? I don't know CELPIP, so 259. Is it only 1 degree you have? What used to reduce score to the 259? Not 3 something, or 259. That means you have to rewrite your CELPIP. Or I know only IELTS, so I don't know about CELPIP, how the scores are positioned. Check your CELPIP scores. There's something that is drastically drawing your score down because that score cannot work. And then, unless you want to do French, French is also a way to boost your score. You have, if you have, the only people that can relax are people that have options. If you do not have any other option, do whatever it takes. Do whatever it takes. do French. My youngest sister is doing French now because I would much prefer to invest in her studying French than she can study the French for 1 year. After all, she's young, than for me to pay for international student school fees for her. I did my calculation. I would prefer that she even, and the thing with the French is that you don't need to get the highest band. If you get like, even if she gets average score, add it with English, it will boost her CRS score. Because if she's able to come in with PR, her degree, schooling will be affordable. She can even wait 1 year, work 1 year, and then start schooling. That way, she's even eligible for grants. She's eligible for loans, soft student loan, because she'll study something that is, you go to pay pump price. Go to pay 20-something thousand for 4,000. There's no way between me and my sister will not run those bills. You understand? So that is like my calculation. If, people have been posting this French matter to the point where it has passed 2 years. If you use that 2 years to study the French, by now you go down Sabian. I was studying French, but I just decided to stop. When I was coming this other time with my son, I told you guys, one of my classmates in the Alliance Française, I met her there. It was French that qualified her and her children. I think she has 4 boys or 3 boys. Family of 6, I think family of 5, all of them, they come Canada. French, she could done. It's not like it was too easy. But where you want, which other plan where you get, unless you get another plan. Do you understand? If you have other options, then look into it. But if it's French that is the only thing, put your head down and learn it. Else, do masters and come to a province. Maybe go to New Brunswick, go and study masters there. And then from there, find way to get, what they call this thing, PMP, to get your 600 points. But you know that schooling is not cheap. So options, for me, sometimes I look at the option that is more affordable, that will not kill somebody. The option for studying French is more affordable than paying school fees. That's just the thing. But if you have school fees money, I cannot discourage you. I cannot discourage you. If for some of you, you've gotten some good jobs, somebody had asked me, like, I say, I just got promoted or I got a good job, but I've been thinking of Japan. Should I Japan? No. Where are you running to? First of all, your score is not even up to the point. Sit in Nigeria with your good job and start learning French. Canada is not running away. Start learning French, such that it is better for you to land with PR than for you to start worrying about, schooling. Because what if you come here, you don't like the place? If you get PR, you go back now. You come, you don't like the place, you go back. At least you have your PR. Use another 2 hours to understand if you really like if you really want to come back, you don't want to come back, you don't want to do this, you don't want to do that. That's the thing. Sometimes people look at it, you see them like, yeah, people look at it, and if you tell them you're doing music therapy, then go begin laugh. But they will not sit down and go through those things, because I'm telling you, if massage therapy, there's a lady that she has big degrees and all of that, but she has a spa. I've given this story before. She has a spa in Nigeria. She got PRO because of the spa, not other degrees. Because I looked, I was like, with this your score, you no go fit work, Oma. Tell me more about yourself. And then she said she has a salon. I was like, okay, what do they do in the salon? She's like, yeah, they have the hairdressing side, they have the barbing side, and she has a spa side where they do massage and the rest. I said, hold on, man. Now that massage we go use. That's how she came in. I've told the people the story of the pastor's wife, that it is a marriage counselor. She used to come in. PhD woman, gets back degree, banker, top woman. I say all those things with your age disqualify you. But because by that time, health was still a good number, she came through using marriage counseling. And because she's a pastor's wife, evidence, yakpa, evidence. IROCCC church program flyer run. I know Nigerians, our graphic designers need a joke with flyer. You will see her face, Pastor Mrs. Singles and Relationship Conference. This conference, evidence. And so we pack evidence. Then when they do marriage in churches, remember that the pastor snaps with the couple. Hey, guess who did there? Now she. Because she didn't look at it as anything. She thought she was just GO wife. Now that thing, that small thing what she do, that's what gave her PR. I have somebody that I spoke with. He's actually one of these, I think, House on the Rock. He's a counselor with House on the Rock. And then we're talking about his courses and everything. I said, sir, he said it was that live stream I did that he remembered that, in they do counseling, some of his couples are even here. If they want what they call reference, because when I did my PRO, and I submitted, I'm an event planner, I submitted reviews from my clients as well. I told them to email me. I screenshotted the reviews, screenshotted their wedding with the dates, and submitted it. You understand? Because the truth is, compiling documents for PROA, you don't want loopholes. So you cannot go and study something that you get as you go hook you. Guys, let me know your thoughts in the comment section. As far as the future of immigration is concerned, I would always boil down to planning. You have to plan. You cannot study something that, okay, I want to go and study something that can only take me thus far. You can only give me PGWP. You cannot give me PR. So if I study you for 2 years, have 3 years PGWP, I have spent 5 years in Canada, I can no longer qualify for category-based draw. I cannot qualify. The only draw I can qualify for is CEC. And that CEC can only favor a young person with PhD because you have more points. And then in that your CEC, make sure that 3 years you are staying in Canada, you have worked, at least the first 2 years you don't work, so that your score will increase. There are many things with CEC because the longer you stay in the country, the lesser options you have in terms of category-based draw. You can see category-based draw is even favor those in Nigeria more than those in Canada because they say the more you school here, those of us that how would I say benefited from the first set of category-based draw was I did a 1-year course. That was why that time I was always telling them that study 1 + 1 instead of studying 2 because I did 1 year first. By the time I finished in 8 months, I had my completion letter. I was able to claim my 15 points for studying in Canada, do my IELTS, be in the pool with that 1 year. If that method did not work, I would have been able to use another method. Okay, I would have been able to, how would I put it? Go to another province and study another 1 year course, whatever the thing may be. Okay, guys, let me know your thoughts. Let me attend to my car. I'll just put off my camera, but I'm still here. Let me read some comments. Nene said, okay, yeah. Damilola said, let's go. Damilola said, I'll go for music therapy because I can get PR with it. I believe, yeah. It's all to my brain can carry. Yeah, so the little things matter. I'm telling you, Debbie, if we don't calculate ourselves in this country, it's very possible for us to get to the point where we go just waka loss. We're spending too much money for us not to have like immediate gratification, or will I call it? I know that it sounds, there's a way it is, but me, I'm a business person, so I cannot feel bad for wanting something or for wanting a move as expensive as a Canada move to favor me. Yeah, I cannot feel bad. You can't make somebody say, let it not be, we are coming for just education. Fine and good, education there everywhere. So if I'm coming to study do the education in Canada, let the education favor me. If I'm coming to do something else here, let it still favor me. I feel like that's my stance on that. Then for the older people or people with kids, I would still say the same thing, like try to know the course they are coming to study. That way it's not like you're working in vain or paying school fees for something in vain, only for them to finish that course, finish the school fees and everything, and they don't have any job, they don't have any prospects. The reason for this is it affects the mind of the child a lot. When they're studying something that cannot give them job, it cannot give them anything, it affects their mind, because you now see a child struggling and almost feeling like, am I a failure? Whereas they didn't do anything bad. It's just the course that they came to study. You understand? So in that case now, who is to blame? As parents, you research. You can also tell your child to research, but you also have to research because the school fees is coming from you, and money is not cheap. This amount we pay for school, for different things, it's not cheap. It costs a lot of money. So for me, I would always advise parents, guardians, make sure we are researching whatever it is, even if the person is coming for just 1 year. And then in some cases, because I referenced the young Nigerians that are having things a bit tough, in some cases you have friends or you have people that you know that their child is stubborn. if the person can listen to you, tell them that it's better to hold that boy, you, instead of the boy to come and waka and loss here. Okay, one part that you might not know, and unto them say, it's not them say sha, but you can Google it. In terms of organ harvesting, I've been an organ waiting. This place they lead. This place when we did. So we also have to be careful, because on the news I saw a lot of missing small children. They will say, oh, this boy has been missing, this other one has been missing. What is missing our young boys? Where are they going to? How come we are having plenty organs in the market? Who is giving the organ? Who is taking the organ? Who is needing the organ? Hold your children tight. It's not somebody that will hold them for you. Love your children enough to know that Canada will always come. After all, how will we know? You know, people have come here for just 3 years and they've qualified. They've qualified for different for citizenship and the rest. Somebody else then born them for US, then get citizenship. There's another child that they gave birth here. So it will never be a situation whereby, you know, some parents will say, I say, I'm doing it for my children. I know that it sounds noble, but it's not. If you're not doing it for your children, tell yourself the truth. Nothing spoil. You can be doing something for yourself. Yourself, you be person picking, you know. But love your child enough to look and say, ah, this one is stubborn like me. You come and stay with me. Instead, go and be stubborn in covenant. Let me know that I can at least tame you. You have small home training. One person can shout on you and you still understand what's going on. Because the ones that are here, if you miss it and they reach here, they've gone. One of my friends sent me, you know, there's a hospital. I'm going to do a video on it, because when I talk, it be like say, I just they castigate. There's a hospital that has, you know how dispensing machine they where then they go collect Coke and all those things. I could switch, because of course we need to code switch. Now those dispensing machine they where then they go collect Coke. This hospital get that kind of machine for needle and for drugs, safe injection. So you go press, and you don't need to put money. That's the worst part. Coke and Fanta and the rest, you will buy it. But this safe needle, na free. So who is benefiting from that? That is why you see a child that is going astray, like Peter, in the popular videos that have been going around. The boy said he's not ready. So where is he seeing? If he doesn't have money to eat, he doesn't have money to do this. Where is he seeing money to buy drugs? Some of these things are available free. They're available free, and that's the fear. So as much as we want to come, I'm not saying don't come, but count the costs. Know the child. Sit down and count the costs. Be sure that you have money. Sometimes even as PRO, not even students, PRO that they come, it's hard before they integrate and find job. Some of them are complaining, especially these ones that just came this year, because the economy is just funny. You know, companies are buying each other, uncertainty in the air. Many people that were even giving you job tips are now looking for job. They are laying off people left, right, and center. Go on TikTok, you will know. It's not a joke, you know. Yes, they are even, you go see, they see job for Indeed. Those jobs might not even be real jobs. Some of those jobs they are looking for, they have already gotten somebody internally. They are just listing the job. Let it be that their investors are seeing activity in their page, you know, those kind of things. So it's not just how would I put it? It's not only students that are going through a hard time. Different people are going through it. Both PRO, both students, everybody's going. That's why I keep saying, carry money and come. Carry money and come. I see I go rougher. Carry money and come. This place, if you come without money and you no see job for 8 months, you go chop first. Who will you eat? How will you survive? At least if you're in Nigeria, you go start go wedding. No how, where we say you no go see food. You will go to a wedding. Food will come out now. Rice will come out from somewhere. Join with DJ, follow them dance, wear cap. They will serve you food, drink, everything. You're okay for that day. But here, nobody has that kind of time. You know, nobody has that kind of time. So what's there? What's the benefit? Oh, license. Ah, no. This one is gone. Let me go and check downstairs. What's the thing that's is too hard in accepting the truth? That you go home on you, so that if he had, it's at least you have backup. I'm not saying that everybody will have it tough, okay? Let me just read some comments. Thank you so much for your video. Video always open my eye. Thank you so much. I was an educational counselor and children's caregiver, learning carpentry, overqualified. So by April, I'll start French. Okay, that will be perfect. That will be perfect. Because French on its own, they have their category. And now, if you now learn it in conjunction with, if you learn it in conjunction with what they call, you learn the French in conjunction with the other things that you already have, it will just boost you a lot more. I'm telling you, it will boost you a lot more. So yeah, that one is good. Learn it too. Let me see the other one. So one still gets Chinedu, I don't even understand this beginning. See, don't they press my brain. One can still get PR through provincial. It depends on the goal. Whether yeah, you can still get PR through provincial nomination. Depends on the province. And then it's just that now, unlike before, not all provinces are just giving like that. They will just give you because they like your name. No, it's not like that. And then some provinces are beginning to hide the, how do I put it? They are hiding the occupations in demand, so to speak. While some other provinces are literally how do I put it? They are just going for only those that are living in the province. Okay, that's why I say, okay, why not study in the province such that if they are going to give nomination, sometimes they give priority to those that are studying in the province, living and working in the province. Okay, that's just the thing. If not, many people back before COVID and the rest, and through provincial, and they were still in Nigeria, they were in their home country, and they were getting provincial nomination. You understand? So what changed? Provinces before used to give nomination back to back. That wasn't like they don't even get any issue with that one. Okay, so yeah, thank God I'm still in Nigeria. I'm not going to for school again. I'll get PR. I'm telling you, enroll for French. I'm telling you, enroll for French. 6 months will not be enough, but enroll for French. You know, you can study it evenings. You can do more than that's it to get good one, because French is so complex. I won't lie to you. I'm not to discourage you. It's doable, but it's just complex, you know, and you need more tutorials. I started with Alliance Française in Port Harcourt, which is a good one. If you learn with them, or you learn with, I think Alliance Française is also in Lagos, and then in Abuja, or the rest of them. Find Alliance Française. You can do your first 6 months there, because they have VP 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if you do the 3 steps there, you can now decide to get a personal tutor to train you for the exam itself. Many people, like the lady I spoke to, she was like, TEF is better than TCF, because TEF, they tend to repeat the questions. No, TCF is better than TEF, sorry, because TCF, they can repeat the questions. So if you can be able to study and cram it, you know what to say. So yeah, she and her people, they did that one. So I don't know if currently they're still good, but that was the update. If you're trying to go for French, after learning it for that 6 months, now get a personal teacher. The truth is, everybody learns at different pace now. That 6 months that I'm saying is not enough. You can even be ready by 6 months. You understand? So yeah, it depends on your level of French before you start learning it. Okay, so don't mind me. But just the French exam is very expensive. As at the time I did IELTS, the IELTS was 75,000, French was 200,000. Right now I heard that French is up to like 600, or 800,000. The exam is too expensive for anybody to fail. You know, that's why I would much prefer you over prepare and at least get the highest points than to need to write it even if it's twice, you know. So just give yourself ample time. It's like last year, because last year too, I advised people to start French. It sounded like 2025 sounded very far. You know, when you are in 2024 January and advising people to give 1 year to studying French, it's almost like you don't want them to come to Canada. But you see, before we go close eye open, 2025 don't reach here. Once we take the advice, don't they study? You get, so yeah, that's the only thing with that French. I also want to ask about proof of fund. Is it true you can get scholarship in Canada that can help with proof of fund? No, you still need proof of fund. You still need proof of fund. Your scholarship is your tuition, yes, but please still drop your proof of fund. That will just give you a better leg. Don't give people reasons to doubt your application. You understand? That's the thing. That's the thing we are working with. We don't want any loophole. It's not like if they send it back, you cannot send it back and be going back and forth. But the last thing you want is that stress. There are cases where it's not even your fault, like the stress is not your fault. They probably did not understand something. But the ones that you can deal with, it's good to just deal with them. It's good to deal with them. Yes, they are seeing that you got it via scholarship now, so it's not like they're expecting you to have $40 million. You get, yeah, but you should have enough living expenses. Regulate it to today's market. If they tell you that you need 10,000, please keep 20. If they tell you they need 20, please double it, because what they tell you, Seth, is realistically it's not enough. Whatever they put on that IRCC website, realistically on ground, it's not enough for you to live with. For those of us who are here, we will tell you, it's just even a lower margin. So if you even bring only that one and say, okay, I brought money, I'm telling you that money will not be enough. Because how much is even phone bill? There are students that have been stranded that they can't even afford phone bill. It's been very crazy because our phone bills are very expensive. So we should be a bit more lenient, especially parents. They cannot start to vomit money and train their siblings simply because you brought them here. It will take time. It will take time before the children. It's not like they can't get to that point. It's just that you don't want a situation whereby boys come here, they learn Yahoo or they learn other things. You understand? As I could switch to, you suppose get them. You don't want them to come and be under pressure to vomit money for you simply because you brought them to Canada. They're under pressure. Before you know, they join bad gang. Before you know, they tell them that they should start pushing drugs. You know, pressure does a lot of things. It's not an excuse, but still, it's better that you put the child where your hand can reach, or you send a child that is willing and able, that a child that can hustle. It's not everybody that can hustle. I'm telling you, and it's not their fault. You don't born a Jebob, you say you don't born a Jebob. There's nothing you can do about it. But don't come and destroy the child's future by rushing, saying, all my church members, even this one that she is not working any serious work. If I allow my son to be here, they will laugh at me. All of them, their children, they are abroad. You know, say Nigerian mother, sometimes competition is a lot. So please, as long as it's not competition. Yeah, so somebody said, I'm about to end it so that I can attend to this one. Although I'm still doing so here. Somebody said, did IELTS, I got 6.5. Also got a West evaluation. I have a job offer. The company has reached out to the city officially. How long do you think it will take? Will I need proof of fund? Oh, congratulations. If the company has reached out to the city, congratulations. That's a close one. You're getting work permits directly. So for work permits, have proof of fund, but I don't know if you need it. It's just good to have it because yes, the company is paying you, but I mean, where will you live? You know, it just shows that you are. If I'm coming in and I'm a professional, that the company has to harvest me from Nigeria, it shows that I have some form of funds. I can hold my own to a large extent. Do you understand? So that's why you need the proof of fund, just so that it shows that the company, minus the company, you know, headhunting you from Nigeria, you're somebody that you have your own money, you know, that kind of thing. Just so that you give yourself respect. You don't even want story. You don't want question and answer. You don't want somebody to come and be scrutinizing your this thing. So I don't know if you need it per se, like they are not going to believe you if you don't have money. No, just have it. Just have it. If it's something that you have, fine, have it. But if it's something that you don't need and they just tell you, okay, the job itself can tell you, we have submitted this for you, just bring proof of fund, or just bring or we submitted this for you, just bring your biodata page, or just attach this. So if the job tells you that you don't need proof of fund, I mean, maybe they submitted their own, their company profile and how much they're going to be paying you, which is substantial, and then the IRCC, they can use that and say, okay, no problem, this person is going to be taken care of. Okay. Somebody said my cousin got nominated in Ontario since last year, but she's still waiting for federal to conclude. Is it possible she'll get PRO because of recent policies? They've done PMP draw. They've done PMP draw this year. How come she did not get federal? I don't get it. They've done PMP draw. If she got nominated by Ontario, means they gave her a notification of interest. Has she gotten the 600 points in her score? Because federal is not concluding anything. It's Ontario that is supposed to conclude. They've done PM provincial nomination this year. You can check Olufemiloye's page for the score. They've done provincial nomination. So how come she did not get it? Is maybe the province has not concluded, or has she finished submitting all the necessary documents? Because if you get nominated, the time that you blame federal for not concluding is when you have seen your 600 points in your portal, because the province has finished processing all your documents and all of that. But if the province has not processed all your documents, it's not on federal, it's in your province. Province is the one that will give you the 600 points. Then when you're now in the pool, because add 600 to whatever score you have, even if you have what's the name of the score? Even if you have something like how would I put it? You have 300 or 400. At 600, you have like 1,000 and something points. Imagine, with that point alone, the next provincial nomination draw that they are going to do, you definitely get it. Do you understand? With that point, that's the beauty of provincial nomination. The moment you have scaled through and you have gotten your 600 points, the next draw that they do for provincial nomination, you will get it, because they will target all the provinces that gave out nominations and the rest of them. So you should just cross-check her. You should cross-check her stuff, her application. You should cross-check her application. So yeah, let me see the next one. Says, hi Asi, can you elaborate more about the French pathway? Isn't getting a good language score alone? Is it by getting a good language score alone? No, I don't get it. So I meant, is it getting a good language score in French exam that is required? Why this? Will this French improve CRS score? When I heard you can't open EE profile, especially above. No, not EE. You can't open an EE profile, especially above 44. No, you can't get any points on age above 45 or something, because the points on age keep reducing. Okay, from when you're 30, your points on age will keep reducing. So when you get to a certain age, you will not have any points again, because your age is supposed to give you points. But the older you get, the more they take out of your points. Okay, come, drop that. The older you get, the more they take out of your points, right? So you get to an age that you will not get any points on age. So that's why it's not like you will not open EE profile. No, go and wash your hand. It's not like you will not open EE profile. It's just that you will not get any points in regards to age for your profile. You get points for every other thing. Then the French there's a French pathway for only French, like you get good French score. But I'm saying that you can explore the pathway of using French in addition to your IELTS. Why? Because if you don't get very good score in French and you just need to add it to your English score, do you understand? It will give you that. But I think using only French, they have their own requirements. If you want to use French as a way to come in, there's a different requirement of which I'm not sure of. It might just be only French. But I'm advising French as an additional language to boost your points. Boost your points, boost your degree and all of that. Let's see. If you're above 40, yes, French can help you. That's what I advised. I don't know which kind you tuned in. We've talked about it to say for those above 40 or those that don't have much experience and are looking for ways to boost their points, French can be a way. You understand? French can be a way for you to boost your points. If you know that your age has gotten to a point where, you've lost a lot of points with age and all of that. So, yeah. Look at the French category as a way to get back into those good graces. So it's not that hard. It's intense, especially because if you were just learning French out of the love for French, maybe you would have done better. But learning French with a fear as to this French is the one that is the key to my PR, sometimes it can make people, get afraid and all of that. So yeah, that would just be the only side I'll look at. But apart from that, man, it's possible. It's possible to do it. It's possible to do it. How long would work permit process take? Okay, you're in Jamaica and from Jamaica. Right now, IRCC, truly, they take their time. So the beauty of the thing is, if they have already submitted it, I would say just be patient. Okay, you can call them, but it doesn't really, or you can raise a GCMS note if it has taken too long. First, when did the company get to them? Find out, because it's not automatic. Just like study visa, it's not automatic. Some people can get it automatic. Some people get it, like me, I got my own after 6 months. It's not automatic. They will still get to it someday, sometime. I know it's very stressful when people are being lazy with your with a document that is supposed to be like fast. Have you answered me? Let me start coming to Canada. But yeah, it's not always automatic. Okay, so yeah, sometimes it gets to that point where we just have to just exercise a little bit of patience with the IRCC people, because it's not easy going through all of that. Do I also need to be in the express entry pool? Yes, if you want to get PR finally, you will still need to be in the express entry pool, because all you have now is work permit. Work permit is what gives you work experience in Canada. So when you enter the express entry pool, you still need to have evaluated your first degree. You still need to have your English. Then the part that gives you an edge is that if you have worked for this company for 1 year, you have 1 year Canadian experience, which gives a lot of points. So that's where you will now put it. I have 1 year work experience in Canada. Okay, that gives you extra points. But you cannot get PR without you being in the express entry pool. It's not, even if you have a job, you didn't jump that step. There's no way of jumping that step. You still need to come. The only thing is, you're, instead of coming in as a student, you're coming in directly as a worker. Okay, so that just gave you like extra headway. But still, everything still applies to you. I'm a 35% French speaking from Cameroon. I must admit, those French exams aren't really easy to waive. Yeah, it's possible to pass quite all right, but getting that NCLC 7 in all modules, yeah, it's tough. I think that's why the target should just be French as a second language, because even my lecturers back then in Alliance Française, the exam, I'm talking of people that are teaching us the French. They know that the exam is not here. That's one, like it's tough. It's tough. I won't lie to you. There's no other way to point it. It's tough. French is tough. You can't just wake up and just go and do it. It's not like IELTS. I feel like even the IELTS itself is tough for English speakers. There are some English speakers that find IELTS very difficult to pass. So talk more of French, So the way you pass and understand your IELTS will help you to know if you scale French. That's also something that will just be very realistic with you. How do you pass and understand IELTS? Because the structure of the exam is almost similar, but one is French and one is English. So yeah, realistically, that's why I also told the lady that gunning for 6 months for French might not be realistic. Okay, 6 months might not be realistic. So gone for, let's say, 8 months. Start with 6 months, know your progress. But those exams are too expensive for you to pay 2 times. I beg. That's my own. So I know somebody who had the most marks in the 3 sections and had 9/20 in writing, and he still wasn't eligible. Oh, writing is so important. Me, funny enough, I feel like I will do well in writing. I might try in speaking. My problem might be listening because of accents. My problem might be listening because of accents. And then because French words and French pronunciations, they can fall, like they can mean different things depending on how fast the person is saying it. And those join verbs, that instead of just saying one thing, they just join 2 words, 2 to 3 words together, and it sounds like a foreign word. So for French, I did it for 3 months and I was like, no, I can't pass this thing. I'm a very realistic person. I don't like to waste money. So I just, after that 3 months, I decided, you know what, let me do school. Let me go and do tech. So I paid for Python, paid for R, computer programming. And it was after doing that tech, some of us in the class just decided to explore it. Some of us in the class just decided to explore Canada as an option. So yeah. Ottawa versus Alberta. Ottawa is a city in Ontario. Alberta is the entire province. Ottawa is cold. It's colder than Toronto. Alberta is also very cold. But there's no comparison with cold in Canada. Everywhere is cold. BC is the one that is not so bad, but everywhere is cold. Depends on what you can endure. Personally, I know that Toronto is cold, but here is colder. But I prefer Calgary cold because it's dry cold. Dress up and you're okay. I don't like wet cold. Like the place is dark, gloomy, and annoying. Calgary, the place sun will be shining like this. Is -30. Just cover yourself. If not, you die. But the place is fine. So it's a visual winter. I like visual winter. Let the place be fine. It may not come be like say everywhere there's sadness and sorrow in the air. That's my own thing. So it depends on the kind of person you are. After all, people are surviving Saskatchewan. So don't be in West Africa and be saying and be measuring cold, because even the place that is 1 degree, that BC, people are shivering. We will be here telling them, why are you shivering? But everybody's body is different. Everybody's body is different. Simply because they are there doesn't mean they will not be cold. And then also, realistically, there are some 1 degrees that are colder than -12. Just something about this atmosphere. You see, something might be just -5, but that day will be so cold. Whereas you see -12, if you just play, go outside. Sometimes with weather, if you're considering Canada, don't come on weather for your mind. Everywhere is bad, depending on when you come in. Everywhere cold though. Sadness. Yes, now because Toronto can be so dark and gloomy, and I tell them that this is what's affecting your mental health, and you think it's a joke. Calgary sun, I'm seeing -30, but everywhere goes all bright. So that's why people are a bit nicer, because the place is looking bright. It's not giving you cold vibes. It's not telling you that you will die. It's just those times that probably there's a fog or there's something. But apart from that, the whole place, brightness won't finish the place. It's just so bright and happy until you go outside. Now you just see that you are not feeling your fingers again, but it's bright. So yeah, don't measure for abroad. No, don't even try, especially this Canada. Winnipeg is worse than some parts in that whether Ontario, but I know Ottawa is very bad. They get winter faster than Toronto, and all of us did the same. Ontario, like Edmonton is colder than Calgary. All of us were in Alberta. Saskatchewan is bad though. Saskatchewan is just beside us, but Saskatchewan is worse than Calgary. But what is the metrics of worse? Grand Pierre is in northern Alberta. They got -45. We didn't get -45 because we are able to get something they call Chinook winds. That Chinook wind brings cool air. So once in a while, you go just see temperature will just drop back to 9 degrees. The place will be hot, just to balance out the cold temperature. And it's only Calgary that gets that. That's why sometimes it's not as bad, but yeah, it's that. Okay, how do people get Canadian work experience as new immigrants when employers need work experience? Man, just they land. Yeah, it's a $1 million question, but that's the only way. That's why people say start from wherever you are. So whether it's Tim Hortons, it's a Canadian work experience. Whether it's a Walmart, it's a Canadian work experience. Whether you work in warehouse, it's a Canadian work experience. But the faster you can get all your foreign experience out of your resume, the better for you. Like, I'm not saying you should remove all. I'm just saying that the places you would have worked in your resume to be more Canadian, like, oh, I worked in this place in Canada, Amazon, this one, warehouse as a supervisor for this one. It might not sound as glamorous, but what the employer is looking for is you have been able to thrive in a Canadian setting, because their work culture is of course ridiculously different from what everybody is used to in their places. So they want to be sure that you have worked there, you have worked and thrived in their culture, you know how to relate with people. Even Tim Hortons, sometimes if you're going for some managerial roles, if they just know you've worked in Tim Hortons with the craziness, they might give you the job, because for you to even survive Tim Hortons and McDonald's, that's the answer to any job that they say, oh, I work under pressure. If somebody has worked in McDonald's, is there any other pressure way past that one? Starbucks, when people are shouting, oh, this one need coffee, this one need coffee, this one need coffee. So all those work under pressure jobs, they will believe you because you've worked in those places. So yeah, don't look down on any job. Those experiences are the ones that you need. Wow, I just called my cousin now. She said she was nominated July last year, submitted the necessary documents. She made inquiry with IRCC and was told there's a lot of backlog. I tell you now, those people, you just want to make this one way get work permit from Jamaica fear. Backlog no be here. Backlog. They laid off 3,000 IRCC workers, first of all. So the backlog now, it's not play. It's going to be the grace of God. I have people that are still waiting for spousal sponsorship. They've not sorted those ones out. I have people that are still waiting for, different things in this what's in the call IRCC stable. Different departments with different styles and different backlogs. So we don't really know again. If I want to estimate for you, I don't know, but at least, yeah. They just say you do dishes. I'm telling you, I'm feeling my dishwasher. I finished giving Micah food. I was like, these dishes, make her be. Now they put her inside dishwasher. Yeah. So different backlogs and the rest of them. And we've been noticing. I think the ones that we even say is more painful is the study one, because your cousin already knows that she has gotten it. Do you get, so to speak, do you get that kind of thing? So she should not be afraid. The ones that will be a bit afraid are the ones that they have not gotten any feedback at all, like their permits have expired, they are not hearing anything from IRCC, nothing. You reach to fear, but for your cousin's sake, I mean, she has, at least they've told her that, oh, you've gotten the nomination, she has submitted the documents, and all they're telling her is, you have, just wait, there's backlog, okay? So she has to just be sure that all her documents are correct. I'm going to do the video about those that have entered trouble with IRCC because of documents. Documents is a big deal. Please, don't allow anybody lead you astray. I don't do them, work for me. Don't listen to all those stories. Make sure your documents are legit. Make sure the things you're putting in, you can defend it, because they have been sending PFLs. PFL is when, if they send you PFL, just be ready to defend. And those PFLs means they have put eye. They have put eye in your work. There have been cases where they've sent PFLs, they've sent updates, they've gone to cross-check with bank. Those often are where they run one or two. Then they cross-check right now. Then they cross-check. Then will go cross-check. The person will give you this thing, if you know they on board. If you don't go break. They will go and call the person's enemy now. They go and confirm something where your statement where you know put problem. You understand? So he that has ears, let him hear. Then they talk everything for one distance. So just be able to, always, how would I put it? Arrange your documents in a way that pleases God. And also, it starts with when you're applying for school. Oversharing, no they help, because we don't know the new policies that will work. Oversharing, you get as you go overshare. You get some things where if you arrange and rearrange, you will not be able to, because you have gone to overshare in your study permit application. Somebody came, like the example the person gave of submitting CV. CV now oversharing, because everything you give IRCC, whether they need it or not, is in their documents. So if you don't go overshare onto CV, tomorrow now, you want to claim a work experience in, let's say, your father's company now, and you didn't add your father's company when you were putting your CV based on you just reason and saying your father's company. Now you go and say, oh, I have this experience working in my father's company. But it's not reflective. They'll send you PFL. They'll say, prove it. That's how this thing starts. For tomorrow's case, what if tomorrow now they say the thing that is trending, occupation in demand, is that thing you were doing in your father's company? That thing where you know right, and the occupation in demand. What will you do? You don't miss now. So please, let's be a bit more guided. Better for you, especially those of you that are entrepreneurs. Add that statement, entrepreneur. They help. It's a vague statement, but they help too. So yeah. Which other thing you say? Does Canada have train stations like Europe? No, absolutely not. They not get for their big age. There's no train station taking you anywhere. There's one train like that used to go from BC to. It's not anything for transportation purpose. That one is for tourism train, so it's not for serious-minded people. It's just car. The distance is such that you would think that they will have bullet train the way China gets, but they don't get. If Pierre Poilievre wins, what do you think will be the future of immigration? Could he maintain French route? I don't think Pierre Poilievre has anything against the French route, so to speak. I just feel like Pierre Poilievre, they give me Atiku. He's giving me Atiku. Then this other new guy, they give me Tinubu. It's just waiting, they worry these two people. I really do not. Initially, yes, I've always said that I'm not really sure on his policies. It's just riding on the lack of popularity that Trudeau experienced towards the end of his tenure. Yes, he had some slip-ups here, but then when he fell out of love, Pierre Poilievre was riding on the fact that he was calling out certain things. But I also do not believe that he believes certain things. I don't think like immigration will end because he doesn't have the balls to do that. He needs the votes from people that are new immigrants that became citizens. They've called him in a temple and they asked him about immigration. Will he deport people? He said no. Do you understand? So yes, in terms of getting votes, Ingo Ginger say yes, people permit they expire. But if you have any video where they asked him, 4.5 million people's visas and permits are expiring, what are you going to do? Is there any recording of him coming out to say, I will deport every single, like you see the way Donald Trump doing own things, where we saying talk say, on a go enter plane, they go back. He doesn't have that sharp thing. So that's why I say, plus or minus, people still have kind of like a chance, so to speak, because he doesn't have that firmness with immigration. So in other words, make it be say no fear. But I will much prefer you're always at the right standing of the law. Don't fall out of your permits. Make sure that the least visitor record you get, let it not be that you're just hanging in Canada. You don't get visitor record. You don't get this one. You don't get that one. The moment they are ready for you, even if Pierre Poilievre comes and he doesn't really put eye in immigration, the asylum system is a different body that is not governed under any prime minister or minister. They can deport you whether or not. Do you understand? The other things that are involved in immigration, IRCC and the rest, if it's not his major agenda, they can start deportation. You know, you can have like, it be like Mac Miller, you can have a minister that is very forward and he takes all those things really serious. Okay, so yeah, that is it. So CV is required in study permit. And not submit any CV. That's submit. That's submit any CV. Like resume. You don't mean it. Me, I submitted that thing since, so I'm trying to see. So what did where did I say I was working? As at that time. Me, I cannot remember. Cannot remember, I beg. Can one, as a new immigrant, easily get PSW job from online certification? Yeah, you can get PSW job. There's some PSW agencies that train to hire. There's some PSW agencies that train to hire. Do you understand? They'll train you and they'll hire you, so you can get through those ones. Is it possible to apply for study permits without, like, I think they say you need CV. I used an agent, so I cannot remember. You understand? So, and that was 2022. This is 2025, 3 years after. So I beg, if they are needing CV, add it, because many things are changing. Okay, many things are changing. I'm in Guelph. I would like to move to, where are you moving to? Montreal. Yeah, you can move now. Is there any reason for the move or anything? You can move. In terms of movement in immigration, everywhere is free to move. It's just be strategic. Do you understand? Be strategic. At any point in all of our discussion, I've maintained one thing: strategy, proper strategy. Especially us as Africans, us as blacks in Canada. Be strategic. Always hold yourself in high regard. Help the other person. Be focused. Don't come here with bring bad character, because you spoil everything for the rest of us. That's why I was doing that video, and I say all those people where they come here, they need to go to school. You're spoiling the chances of the rest of them. People are here saying they have been denying them visa. Whereas I did a video and I was telling you of some people that come to Canada, they don't show up in classes. And many African countries, they lead for that area. If they give 100 people visa, how can 58 people not show up in class inside 100? It makes no sense. Now tomorrow night you say, oh, there is racism for them to deport you. That thing where you do makes sense. There's no point paying for school and not being able to follow through with the parts, because you have wasted money. Oh, I stopped paying school fees because I started seeing job and I started seeing money. Do you have an alternative pathway to PR? Because even if you go get the PR after you don't fall out of this, they will ask you, how did you come in? Many things there where you hold you. If you're coming in with PR, that's why I say study in a place where you know that this money what they pay go definitely give me PR. This course that they do go definitely give me job. And this thing I'm studying in this school will give me PGWP. What is your focus? 2025, you cannot lose guard. When you finish lose guarding, you've sank $15,000. You can't ask me, what will I do next? I cannot advise you to pack your bag and start going to another province. Even within Canada as a whole, it's very expensive to move. Movement to go from one house to the other, it costs. Talk more of carrying your things and going to another province. Sometimes you have to sell this, sell that. Am I not the one that moved from Toronto to here? It wasn't easy. Many of the things I bought, I've started life. I've bought things, kitchen things, or the rest of them. Yes, my sister has them, but even if she's living there tomorrow now, she will have to find how to sell it or discard it or throw it away. I will come to Calgary and start all over again. Do you understand? That's the thing with life. So why not from the onset land in a place with all the things that you need to survive? It has nothing to do with my friend they this side or my colleague they this side. You can get a bit of help landing in a place you have people if they are going to house you. If they go give you one small room, make you they pay small, all those kind of things because of accommodation. But also be strategic in other areas, okay? And my email is acidarling.abba@gmail.com, or you just do, let me give you this one, because there's somebody that I was supposed to speak with for the past how many months. We have just been missing each other, how many weeks. So contact me at acitonka_terms@yahoo.com. So because the Gmail is getting full, so I think it's bouncing some people's email. My Gmail account is getting full, so contact me on this one as well. I'll do a special account for just consultation. So when it comes to POF for Express Entry, can I deposit money in the account in bulk before the 6 months period and start working towards maintaining deposits and withdrawals? Yes, you can. Yeah, you can start working towards maintaining, but understand that proof of fund can be a bulk amount. So they will not beat you for having bulk amount for proof of fund. After all, if I want to go for to start working, living as a permanent resident in a new place, of course, it will be bulk now. The most important thing is to maintain an account, your main salary account. But for your proof of fund, it can be a bulk payment you have when you want to submit for your PRO, because the defense is there. You understand? You can defend it. You can say you sold a land, if you have land, or somebody gifted you. Because even the bulk payment you want to do, what is the name? Why do you have bulk payment? Do you understand? Where did the money come from? So I have land documents that I put up. Okay, if whenever I get this PRO, I go sell this land, carry get bulk payments. Fine and good. You can have different ways. So I know that people always say, "Oh, can I put the money and be living it?" Fine, you can put it before your PRO, but understand that the most important time for the money to stay is when you have gotten your POF. Spouses with joint must the accounts be in joint accounts? No. It can be in the account of the husband, and then if the wife is the primary applicant, she should have a letter from the bank saying that she can access, or she can have a letter from the husband saying that she has authority to access the account. Do you understand? The wife is the primary applicant, the husband has the proof of fund in his account, but she also needs a letter stating that, of course, she can access the payments. So most people prefer that the money is in the husband's account. So depends. Just that method is okay. So even if they get the money, make it just do that way. But the both of you can still maintain your savings accounts or your salary accounts, because like you said, you were working now. It's not like you're jobless. Okay, yeah, artificial intelligence. You can study AI, but like I said, tech is no longer giving PRO. You can study it. It will give you work permit, but it will not give you PRO. Yeah. It will give work permit, but it will not give PRO. I don't know in terms of job market. I'll say right now, the place that is booming for AI post this announcement of Stargate and whatever. All right. It's US now they boom for AI now. Okay. But Canada, I don't know. I think many things are just uncertain now because of the election that is looming. I started this video when we're talking about, UK has announced 15 years to become citizen. It's not set in stone, but like I said, most times when this whisper starts, before you know, it's only a matter of time for people in Canada to start pushing that there's some sort of adjustments to our own time. Hopefully they don't fall for it, but if at all it gets to that point, those of you back home, the question was, what will you do? Are you still going to Japan? If you think that you're going to stay in Canada long term, then no problem, because even if they say 15 years, after all, you were going to go for good. But for some of us, I was saying that if it's me, if I had had 15 years, I would not have moved to Canada, because I really do not have 15 years to spend in any country. The calculation was from Nigeria. I don't calculate myself. I don't calculate my age. I don't calculate the time when I go get passport. I've done a lot of calculation. So if you go and increase the weight to passport, I will feel a bit trapped. So whether or not I decide to stay back in Canada, that should be a personal decision. But then if I feel like I'm forced to stay back in Canada, if you come begin, they work with my mental health, like which kind of level be this, and all of that. So yeah. Regarding upcoming caregiver pilots, do you know anything about the requirements? Yeah, I have talked about it in a video for employer willing. Oh no, I've not done the video for the employer that is willing, because I know that it's possible for some people to be able to, apply. I know that somebody had said something towards the lines of, I'll get the video. I'm not 100% sure, but you need to put your own account statement. You need minus your account statement. You need also what's this thing called? Your account statement. If the person is going to stay in your house, it has to be a room that has a separate entrance. So maybe a basement that has a separate side entrance and the rest of them. There are just some things, Sha. So yeah, there are some things that you need to add to qualify for that, but I'm not sure of it. I'm going to get that information and probably do in a separate video. That way, people that are interested in filing for their parents, their mom, their sister, or something, they will get the information. But you, the person that wants to file, make sure that your money, you're making good money. That's also another thing. You know, go fit just there. Probably they collect EI or collect all those things from government, and you want to do caregiving. I don't think it's going to be possible. Okay. So that's one thing. All right. Yeah, so Canada Dreams. Good night, my dear. I'm even going to round up now. Thank you so much. Hope you guys enjoyed the live stream. Please like the video, like the stream. Next week we are back to regular posting. I'm going to try to make sure I do this live streaming maybe once every 2 weeks, or when I just feel like I'm slacking off a bit, instead of wasting time trying to find video and find place. If my scheduling is tight, I might just hop on live. That way it's more interactive and the rest of them. I'm seeing some questions. Let's take these last ones before I go. My final semester, early childhood, pathway to PRO. Early childhood is not in PRO. I don't think early childhood is there. But go back and check inside health and check. No, I don't think early childhood is inside health. I don't think early childhood is inside health. However, if you already, depends on when you came to Canada, you know. Also, if you have experience from back home, you can be able to use that. The fact that Canadian citizens aren't eligible for green card lottery makes me worry. As a Canadian PR, but with my home citizenship, can I be eligible? What be green card lottery? You mean US lottery? I have no understanding of their green card system per se. So why would they? Because with your Canadian passport, you can always go into what's this thing called? You can always go into US. Probably that's why, And I know that Nigerians, we have finished our green card lottery quota. Because Nigerians, a lot were winning that green card lottery thing back then. I wonder why my parents never tried it. Micah, go and clear that table. Clean that thing. What's this? I wonder why my parents never tried that thing. I wonder why my parents never tried it. But yeah, people were getting it, and a lot of people brought their kids. Their kids were able to school, become something. You see, most Nigerians now that have, like big jobs and the rest. So Nigerians no longer have quota, but I know Cameroon still has, so you can try from Cameroon and the rest. Yeah. A lot of us are just shy waiting for passports. When we get passports, at least more options open. In terms of job, Donald Trump is going to really up the job market in the US. So those that have I have a friend that came in, she was working with us in Toronto, but then she got green card. The way she ran to USA, no be here. So she's already in the US having fun, staying in, I think she's in Texas also. So you have almost 9 to 10 months of fantastic weather, better pay. She's cool. So yeah, the options are there, but if you want to, I would say you can still ride the Canada wave because it's a more focused approach. Lottery is like gamble. Today I might get, tomorrow I might. It's emotional. So I even their schooling system, when you finish schooling to get PGWP or work permits, you have to do lottery. Everything is just lottery. I wonder why. I don't like those kind of uncertainties. The uncertainties are too much. So I much prefer a stable way that, okay, if you use this, you must get this. If you get this, you will get this. Donald Trump is pushing for masters and PhD people, or is it only PhD people? But people that come to study like PhD or so to get work permits, like sorry, to get green card. So if that method works, immediately everybody and their grandmother, I would suggest to just go to the US, because he's saying those that are coming for like doctorate program and masters also, they should be able to get green card, you know, not just anybody. And if he does that, I would say that would be like a game changer for US in terms of, yeah, the quality of people that they'll be getting. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for joining our live stream. Thank you for those that shared their questions. Hope you got your answers. If you still want more, remember, I see astonkan_tams at yahoo.com. The other email still works, but I noticed that my Google app is filling up. For some reason, I don't know how this email used to fill up, but I guess they want me to buy space or something like that. So, yeah, if you can't get me on that, this one is still good. I'm going to open more Yahoo emails as well, just as a way to balance it out, okay? So yeah, let's round up. Take care of yourself. Somebody said, I hear someone is saying in his YouTube channel, he's in Canada. If you stay in a place like where, I'm staying right now, if you're leaving to another province, you delay your PR. Yeah. If you came in through provincial nomination, you can't just wake up and leave to another province. No. The province that nominated you, that's where you will stay. And it's better to stay there till you get your what they call your citizenship. But if it's not postgraduate nomination, you can leave to any province. It's just that if you're in a province that has favorable PR pathways and you're moving to another province, definitely your chances of getting PMP in the first province you were living in will reduce, because you now cut your stay by staying in a different place instead of just staying there. So yeah, it's a never learning curve. Nobody can know it all. Okay. All right, guys. Thank you so much. Through this live stream, I had to do some mommy duties. Micah is fed, do some dishes, and still be able to share with you guys. Hope you enjoyed it. We're going to meet sometime. What I would like to also be doing is, please, if you haven't already, make sure to check out my videos, because on the live stream, if you have questions concerning the videos I uploaded probably the week of or the previous 2 weeks, you can be able to ask them on the stream. Like if you heard something in my video and you feel like you want me to expatiate on the topic, you can ask on the live stream. Okay, thank you all so much. Please make sure to share to anybody that you feel will benefit from it. It was an impactful session. Good night to those of you that are in the other time zones. Good evening to those of us here in Canada, and shout out to all my people. Thank you for always supporting, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye, guys.